Welcome, guys. We are back with another brand new episode of the Anime Lately podcast. We have a full crew. Technically, we have a big. It's been a long time since we had it all together, and then right now we're gonna be talking about the Crunchyroll awards. But a little bit before we go into that main topic, let's talk. We're gonna have to talk about the Attack on Titan episodes and maybe Demon Slayer too, because why shouldn't we be able to talk about that? It's the start of the rumbling. Why can't we stop? Why can't we talk about the rumbling? Anyway, guys, let's see our beautiful faces. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the other episode of the Anime Lady Podcast. I am your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Protekus. Introducing first, he is the CEO of Careful Spoilers Podcast Network, the host of Careful Spoilers Show, C4S Villains, founder of The Man Who Stands, Aaron Yeager. He is JB, exclusive, the invincibly talented James Barnes. Next up is our sister in Anime Lately team, La Boss of Spicy Lady Entertainment, the conversation of Spicy Lady Talks podcast, the iconic gamer of Spicy Lady Gaming, gamertag Tate, a fighter of diversity, a lover of comics. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lovely Spicy Lady Ashanti. And last but not least, after a great show 2 episodes ago, we decided to put him back in the game. He's here to talk about the end game results of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and he got some words about that. Please welcome back our friend Kendall. How are y'all doing?
Great.
Never gets old.
Okay, bro, how'd you get that nickname? Where did you find?
You have mentioned it a few times.
Okay, I was like, wait.
You have mentioned this a few times.
Okay. I was like, wait, call me off guard. I was like, wait, yeah, like that's my nickname. But wait.
You said this. You mentioned this.
Oh, that was great.
But yeah, man, it feels great to be back on the Anime Lately podcast, ready to be back to talk about the Crunchyroll Awards, ready to talk about Attack on Titan. Lord Aaron's ascension has finally happened. I've been waiting for this moment for literal years, waiting for anime-only watchers to see Lord Aaron literally rise, and Mappa did such an incredible job with his epic transformation into godhood. Oh man, can't wait to talk about these results. Can't wait to talk about Aaron being voted best protagonist, because there's a lot of controversy around him being named the best protagonist, and I have a really good argument. Can't wait to talk about that. It won anime of the year. Fuck yeah, really excited about that. Attack on Titan is a fucking goat, and part 2 is going to annihilate every category that exists. I said it.
It's the last choice. I mean, it's his last year. It's the last, technically, it's ending.
Yes.
So, last but not least. So you know. But yeah, guys, good to have us all back. We wanted to talk about the Crunchyroll Awards, of course, but you know what came first was the Attack on Titan episode this Sunday and the Demon Slayer episode that came out last Sunday, and we got the results of the Crunchyroll yesterday. So I think first things first, we're gonna have to talk about the rumbling. Aaron Yeager warning the world, telling like, "Yo, your time of reign is over. Everybody's getting killed. They're getting stomped, getting trampled. You're all getting that rumbling."
Kneel and repent. That's all you have to do. Kneel and repent, and thou shalt be saved.
I can't wait to see the way that Map animates that, because the way Isayama drew it, I was like, oh my god! But so I can't
Bro,
wait to see that in
that's-
crisp HD, like
That
heads being stomped out, like, you know, like I'm
because
afraid. I'm
because
afraid.
you have the rumbling and then you have the reveal. Oh, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like
No more.
and the detail, oh my god. Mm.
Man.
Whew.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. But
It's-
yeah,
and
like I said,
there's
like,
still so much. There's still so much to like. There's still twists and things that you don't even know that's like still to be seen. So it's just
Yeah, we were talking about it before we went live. There's this one specific fight that happens with a lot of different characters. It's like, yo, let's get it. Like, anime only watchers are not ready for that scene. Like, they've seen so many different twists. They are not ready for this one. Like, it's gonna be insane.
And I just want to say that the Armor Titan really y'all give him too much like crap. I feel like yeah, we joke about it, but like this he go through it. So like after finishing the manga, I really appreciate the Armor Titan, specifically the Power Hoods, because of just how Eren threw it out of the ringer. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this final fight.
So okay, technically the anime fans had an idea of Ymir's history in her past and the hell like bullshit.
Barely.
That's we only had like the old picture screening of it. And then we finally have an episode where this is not a drawing anymore. We are drawing real people, some dark alley shit, and like a dead body, and like eat my children, gain her power. Like we know Mappa is king of dark shit. Like they know how to do it. So
I mean, even though they censored like a lot of it compared to the manga, but it
makes
still
sense.
handled pretty well.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's really bad. But one thing that I really love is just like the simply like the parallels, right? And the different ways that we've gotten the story. Since Attack on Titan has begun, we've gotten bits and pieces of the story, and then as the story goes on, we realize that that's really not it. You know, in the beginning, we were led to believe that Ymir like made a deal with a devil in order to gain these Titan powers, and we realize it's something completely different. Just like the Marlians believe that that there's a completely different story to how the Titans came to be and how the war came to be. Like just all of these different things, and it shows you how like real life is, because we don't know everything. The government tells us what they want to tell us, right? So it's just like I love those parallels between Attack on Titan and real life and everything that Isayama's been able to put into this story, man, because it's still gonna get crazy, which is nuts, you know?
Like it's also insane with like knowing the history, knowing the reveal, as well as you having Zeke freaking out. First time we actually, well, besides getting his ass kicked by Levi, this is like him being getting his ass kicked mentally, where all his plans just came to shit.
Eren said, "Look, I'm built different. We may be related, but this ain't the little woo-ha moment you thought you wanted. I'm a real like G, like I'm using you." And it's just like, oh, crazy.
It would make so much sense though, because remember, like in the previous season, well, like the first part, he mentally like broke Mikasa, like just like insulting her and everything mentally, because he can't technically beat her in a fight. He beats up Armin because he can't beat him up. He can't beat him mentally, so like he's the one he beats him up. And then when it comes to Zeke, he technically has more experience of being a Titan and everything, as well as being a royal. So Eren had an idea that you can't beat him in a Titan form or within the Titan, but I can beat him in his own mind, within the minds of the founding Titan, as well as like finding Ymir and doing what I need to do and that sort of stuff. So Eren's genius level IQ increased like a lot.
I don't
Yeah.
It's time is how you get experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had all the time, so it's not even
Literally.
like genius. Like that wasn't like, that was just innate super wisdom. Like he just had it all. He's seen it all, talked it all, experienced it all, time and time again.
The moment he touched
And
Astoria,
it's
it's just literally opened up the path for him.
And
Yeah.
it's something as simple as compassion too, right? Because every royal has only seen Ymir as a weapon. It's like, all right, you are the weapon that I pick up and I use. And Eren saw her as a human being, and that's why she allowed Eren to tap into that power, because no one else has ever treated her like a human being. So that was something else that I really loved about this part of the story.
It's
I mean,
also
you can
insane.
see the way she shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I was saying, like, even the way she shows up, like, and you see her and the like bounded, and it's just like, this is your king. Basically, like, this is that person that you've been revering essentially all of this time, loading even.
I mean, it also like gives you a more new idea of what the Attack Titan can actually really do. The Titan that always fights for freedom, the one that always keeps rebelling against everything else. And the only really person that knew about that was the predecessor of Aaron's fathers, who possessed the Attack Titan previously, and it all fell into place altogether. But honestly, it's insane. It's still insane to me, even from reading that part in the manga. All these reviews, all these twists, all these turns. The Aaron being the one to convince his father to eat the founding Titan, which makes the most sense if you really think about it, because there's always a hesitation when it comes to Aaron's father, and he always needs someone to help push him and motivate him to do what he can't do in general. So having Aaron to encourage him aren't you the one that started all this? Did you remember what they did to your sister? Literally bring back old trauma, old anger, just to rile him up, just so that he would do what he wants to do. And the moment he does it, like, Zeke, is that you? I'm so sorry. You gotta
Dude,
stop your brother.
That's what I love about time travel, right? It's like it everything doesn't happen until it happens, and then it rewrites history, and then you have to continue the cycle, right? So he had to make Grisha do it, and it's like Eren knows what needs to be done, and he's willing to sacrifice everything to make it happen. Because I mean, once you know the future, everything in between, it's unfortunate, but it's a necessary means to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah, great episode. And we're just getting to start. I think this is only just the 4th episode? Or the 5th?
I think it's the 5th? Okay.
It's week 5, I think.
I thought they were going to skip the Ymir backstory. You know? Like, because with it only being 12 episodes, I was like, all right, well, they might skip the Ymir backstory and they might do it in like an OVA, right? Like the Levi backstory or some shit, right?
No,
so
yeah,
that's what I thought. But
I feel like they need to
fits
sympathize.
perfectly.
They need to sympathize for Ymir, like find out the real story, found out the real truth, and now you just found out, okay, everybody outside of Paradise Islands are a piece of shit. And like,
yeah, no, it was necessary. We knew reading it that from a certain point that this was the beginning of the end, and I mean literally coming to the conclusion. And this is the first part, really, the first real part of what is the conclusion. So I get it for sure. I was really hoping that they did put it in there. Like I was saying earlier when we was talking, it was painful for me reading it again, like even reading it, because it's like you didn't get the one smooth story. You got a break, and it was like, is Eren possessed? Did Eren go crazy? Dang, Eren, I thought you was better than this. And then it's like, wait, did you just?
This wasn't Eren.
But that's why I kind of like the breaks, though, because it made me live in that headspace and like, what's really going on, and then I had to wait until the next month.
It gives you
a little bit more of it, and it's like you were saying, it's like, is he being controlled by Ymir? Is this his actual will? If he's seen the future, why would he choose this path? He has to know something else, and it's just with that sitting with me for a month until the next chapter. It actually worked for me, you know.
Steve, welcome.
Steve, what's good, bro?
What's going on,
Steve.
y'all? Hey.
We didn't start in the Crunchyroll awards yet, but we are talking about Attack on Titan's previous episode. Did you watch it?
No, I have not watched it, but I am up to date on I've read the entire manga.
Oh, okay.
So everything you talk about is cool.
Okay. Yeah. Literally, in the anime, they got to the part where finally Eren has full control of Ymir in her power and everything.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's sick. The anime Mappa really did a great job on its previous episode, going through Ymir's past, as well as the flashback, as well as the reveal of Eren saying, like, it was you. You were the one who called me 2,000 years ago.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I need to watch it because I haven't watched the anime since Sasha and they stomp out Gabby.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
I had to
that-
pick
Yeah,
it
I
back
mean,
up.
just
Yeah,
wait,
from there.
That-
Yeah.
dude. That's what I'm doing. So I only saw this episode because I had to see Lord Aaron's ascension, right? But
Okay.
I'm not watching any more episodes until it's done, and then I'm just gonna binge the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'm also at that literally in.
I
Well, I'm sad. This I need to see the rest of this season.
am more interested in like watching this whole thing in dub, because like I literally, this is the like final climax of Attack on Titan, and
Mhm.
I know the voice actors are great in this show, but this is more like you're gonna have to kick it to 1,000%.
Yo, Bryce is gonna kill that shit, bro. I'm telling you, he's
Yes.
gonna kill that shit.
Bro.
I know Bryce is too hyped. Like
Yeah,
I just
bro.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So what's funny is that like with basically I'm watching it with Skylar right now. So Skylar, there's a movie on Funimation. There's like a 2.5 hour like recap
Mhm.
of everything that's happening. So she's watched all of that, and then we jumped straight into last season. But I was like, we should start from the very beginning and actually watch everything.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, so like the episode she's actually currently on is Gabby getting onto the blimp, and then that happens, and so that's where she is. So I'm like, okay, well, this is where I am in anime.
It
Yeah.
gets better and better. Like the first part of the last final season was also really good.
Bro.
Mappa did a good job, I believe. Like they picked it up. They picked it up for the last season, or they picked up for like the fourth season too. I forgot.
I think they were strictly for this last season.
Yeah, I think it's this
Mm.
last season.
Okay, so it makes the most sense of why that they needed to be the one to do this complete last season. Because I know Wit Studio is great. They did a little great camera shots and animation with when it comes to the gears, but I guess when you kind of have to bring into a more mature content for at least like PG-16, maybe at least, you're gonna need to give it to an animation studio where they are willing to show blood, they are willing to show gore and like the messed up shit in this episode. So
I mean, Wit is definitely, because didn't Wit do Villain Saga?
but Vinland Saga wasn't so
Yeah.
violent. Like I guess like
It's
There was,
It's
it
violent.
was war.
it was
Like, they
war,
was slashing people.
I mean,
up.
but it wasn't.
the manga's way bloodier.
Yeah.
but, I mean, the anime's pretty
I
bloody,
think they
man.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah. Thorfinn was getting out
Especially
here.
Thorkill.
Yeah, Thorfinn was out here bodying people like for no reason sometimes.
Man
like,
wants
for
to
what?
fight. He loves to
But-
fight.
But I will say, Mappa is doing an incredible job. The animation is 10 times better than it was in part 1.
Yes.
They are killing this shit, dude. Everything in the paths, it's crazy. They're doing an amazing job.
I liked how they sharpened up a lot of the Titan designs from from first part. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you, Mappa. We getting that JJK money now. Like, thank you.
Yo, it's gonna be so crazy next year around this time
Mm-hmm.
to even think about what was the anime of the year and what was animation of the year. I already know your picks, James. I wasn't talking about hard for you. Talking about hard for the rest of the community.
But yeah, can't wait for more. But I feel like binging it would be the best experience of it. But
I can't wait. I want to do a revenge. I can't wait.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
I definitely like literally start over from the beginning of the first episodes and then binge through. Next thing you know, I'm back to the full circle. Like literally by the end of it, it's like, wait, how come I'm back into episode 1? But in Siyama
Yeah,
we
man.
trust.
It's a trippy ride, man. to think that Aaron sent his father's first wife to kill his mother to send him into a rage, to send him on the path that he's on currently. It's such a mind fuck, bro. Like it's crazy. It's
Crazy.
absolutely nuts, and it only gets crazier. Oh my god.
He's doing what Eisen did, but worse.
He's doing it to himself. He's not doing it to another person.
Yeah.
I was
But
about
it-
to say, and Aizen's one of my favorite antagonists.
Ooh.
So that's an
Yeah.
apt comparison for me. Eren is a goat among goats.
And that scene of him kind of like gearing up to tell his father that, and like when his dad first meets like the founding titan, the holder, he was like, "Damn, I gotta, you can't be no punk." Like that scene was that more like just like I guess intense, knowing like what was to come. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
It also make the most sense of how did Eren's father end up having to kill children when he himself had experienced his own sister as a child was brutally murdered and killed.
It's war.
And then
That's war, man.
It's exactly. It's war. He had no other choice. Literally no other choice.
It's just that was literally the bridge for everything that was about to happen, and he had to do what he had to do.
didn't you start at this?
He was like, "You ain't no punk. You better do what you set out to do."
Like even if you die, you keep moving forward. Even past that, you move forward. Oh man, give Eren the motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker.
Nah, I'm sorry. People, if he was my motivational speaker, damn it, like dangerous. Because I'm Aries too, like Eren, and that's dangerous. Like you don't need to be hyping up other kind of people like him. Like that's the world doesn't need that.
You see, when's your birthday?
March 24th.
Oh, okay. I'm April 2nd.
Nice.
Okay.
The week
February
after.
19th, since we're giving birthdays.
When?
Next week.
Next week.
Oh, next week.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of February birthdays this month. Like I've been noticing. I'm like, oh my gosh, a lot of y'all are in February.
But yeah, you guys want to talk about Demon Slayer real quick?
I have not seen it, but go ahead.
Kendall, Steve, any?
Oh, go ahead, Kendall. Yeah, your mouth.
No. Actually, if we don't have to talk about it, it's fine.
It's like,
Okay.
I read it.
That's not even like
I
a bad
read it.
thing, but
When
like,
the season's done, I'm gonna binge it, but I'm not
Same.
watching it week to week right now.
I dropped the manga after this arc, so I'm good.
This is the best arc in the series. I don't care what anyone
It is.
says.
No,
facts.
it 100% is, and that's why I dropped it. Cause I was like,
The
this
next-
ain't leading nowhere.
Wait, so
Next.
this is the entertainment art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard the Red Light District was.
That's the rename.
the same one.
The
Yeah,
translation
Oh,
is
it's the
different.
same thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought I was
that's
about to say so.
That's
This
the
is
PG,
like-
the PG version. The
Which
NC
is like,
animated.
what is what happens in this area that they're at?
Right. Like the kids
Entertainment.
ain't gonna ask their parents about entertainment
Entertainment.
district
Yeah,
the same
I-
way they would ask about red light district.
I
Just
guess
don't
the
go there.
legal version. I guess, but
Um,
I was looking at the winners, and some of these things ain't making me happy. But we could talk about Demon Slayer.
No. You know what? Let's go into our
I
Crunchyroll
have
award
strictly
results.
not seen any of the winners.
I'm
oh, this is gonna be great for you.
Other than the one
And
that I saw that
also-
JP.
Okay.
Not
The only
great
one that
for you.
matters. The only ones that matter.
yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go down to up from best film to from best VA performers to anime of the year. So
Get it?
all right, for best voice actor performance for English is David Walt for Anosuke Shindo, aka Adam from Skate
Yes.
Infinity.
I
You-
definitely
you-
feel that.
You guys
Hey.
mentioned it. You guys said
Mhm.
like he did a really good job on his voice, so that's props.
Be careful, man.
Just go
You-
play a clip of him. Just a clip of him being menacing. Just like search his name and put menacing because I'm sure that's gonna trigger something.
Sam scared me. He was like, "Oh, best voice actor, Inosuke." I said, "Excuse me."
No.
I realized what was going on.
I mean, I like Bryce, but like,
I like Bryce, but I do not like his
it's
at all.
at least he's Aaron. At least he's Aaron, so
Yeah,
he's okay. You're okay.
I love him as Aaron.
Aaron
I love him.
Meliodas.
Meliodas, yeah, I love Meliodas too, but Inosuke, I
He's
was like,
Kirito. Uh,
I was like, excuse me.
As the main antagonist, he's great. The main protagonist, he's great. But
for best voice actor performance in Japan, Yuki Kaji, Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan, the final season part 1.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was another one that we just
Yeah,
knew
that was unanimous.
Mhm.
Come
Of
on.
all of the AOT things that definitely should have
Yes.
won something, that was the one that should have won
Yes.
something.
And it's gonna
That
be back.
voice.
It will most likely be back to back too. It's like,
Oh yeah, again, it's gonna be crazy because we're gonna have so much good stuff this year, guys, and then we're still gonna be like picking between JJK, Demon Slayer, and Attack on Titan next year.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be
Somehow.
that would be the last year for Attack on Titan, and all that's left is gonna be Demon Slayer and JJK. But they could duke it out.
Eh,
That's fine. They could duke it out.
There is so much good stuff coming out this year, you guys. It's just I'm still
Yeah, it's crazy.
flabbergasted.
Anime, movies, everything, comics.
Oh yes.
Speaking of movies, best film: Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train. Not
Shocker
necessary. That wasn't really necessary. Like, especially when the film came out, like in 2020.
So
Still
a
haven't
couple of
watched
us thought it was gonna be Evangelion.
I really,
It
yeah,
was between
it was a good
should've.
choice.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
good choice.
It should have been Evangelion, but we knew it was gonna be Demon Slayer. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
I cried at the end of Evangelion. Like just the music and the production. I was like, God damn it! Like this is so beautiful. Like
What's
No, we
insane
know.
is we know
oh man, I forgot it came out last year. I totally forgot.
That's the problem. You forgot it came out. Everyone else did too.
it's because it was on Amazon
That's-
Prime, huh? Oh, I see.
I
what it
forgot
is.
Mugen Train came out
Man.
soon. I ain't watched that yet. That's on Crunchyroll right now. I ain't watched.
How you
that
gonna
yet.
forget when they turn it into another season?
Turned into another-
Right. That's why I'm not keeping up with the anime right now.
I mean, I voted for
Don't
Belle,
care.
but yeah, I voted for Belle. As I was
So
saying,
her
it was-
Belle was
I
really
still-
cute.
I
Me
still
too.
shook
I'm not sure if it's
that
still
Belle
in
didn't
theaters.
win. I can't believe Belle didn't win.
I'm more surprised. Oh, I mean, I'm not as surprised that it didn't get nominated again. Soda didn't get nominated again for that movie, because he got nominated for Mirai, but he didn't get. This time he didn't get nominated for Belle for this one.
Guys, watch Belle.
Watch it. It's
That's
great.
all I like to say. Watch.
I
Belle.
will.
Watch it. Me too.
As soon as it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll just buy it.
Nice.
You would have really enjoyed it in the theaters. I wouldn't watch it in the theaters.
The experience was actually really good.
It was
I
very.
bet because it's the
very
same
beautiful.
creator of Summer Days, right? Or
Summer
Or is-
Wars,
Summer Wars. Sorry, yeah.
Digimon movie, The Girl Who Leaped Through
Mhm.
Time, The Boy and the
I love the
Beast,
Digimon movie.
Mhm.
Oh, the Boy and the Beast is so fucking good.
Wolf
That might be-
Children.
That might be one of my favorite childhood animated movies. Is Digimon.
I mean, like all three of them, it's literally 10 years apart, and he does the futuristic digital world kind of movie, and I love his twists on that because it looks great. Best romance goes to Horimiya.
Love it.
That was expected. That was like the only contender to be for
Yes.
best romance.
What was in the category?
Fruit Basket.
I know, but like,
Beastars. That was really popping.
I get it. No, I get it. But there wasn't really much of a romance relationship between Haru and Legoshi,
Right.
so
It was a
it wasn't
It
gonna
was
happen.
a complicated relationship, but not the one they would pick for something like this.
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And
quite
Komi
call
can't
it
communicate. With
romance.
Komi can't communicate. They're in like the starting stage of their friendship relationship.
But that was
so-
more of a rom-com, more comedy than rom, though. It was more comedy than romance comedy kind of situation.
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
the manga gets like deep into the romance.
yeah, maybe a
like,
little bit
where-
afterwards.
That's
we'll
what
see.
I'm saying. Now it's like it's kind of just starting out, so it makes sense. Like there's not a lot of like heavy romance. It's just comedy and introducing new characters.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say what I said last time. Skate the Infinity should have been in this category. That was
Hell
one of
yeah.
the most beautiful bromances ever scripted.
Yes.
And I will stand behind that being the biggest snub of this entire award series.
They were cute together.
This one I was actually surprised with. Best Fantasy. That time I got reincarnated as a slime season 2. I really thought Jobless Reincarnation would win this one.
That was the
did too.
discussion with the Spaces child. Like they was talking about that all day yesterday.
I think I said that.
Then yeah, and that Spaces, I was like, oh snap.
I hoped for this. I did not
Right.
expect it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
we
think
were
it
in the
was,
same boat. It's like we were both like the obvious choice should be Slime season 2, but we thought Jobless was gonna get it for sure.
That's what I thought too.
I still don't think Jobless's season was better than Slime season, and I enjoyed both of them heavily. I like overall, I think Slime season was better, and I love both of the series. So
Yeah, I was like, I hadn't seen Reincarnation, so I immediately chose Time I Got Reincarnated. That's why I still haven't seen Jobless Reincarnation yet.
You should. It's good.
Shame on me.
Best
you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it when you watch
Best
it.
drama to your eternity. I need to start this. I keep forgetting
Hey,
to
To
start
Your
this.
Eternity is good.
Isn't a new
I keep-
season coming out too?
Yeah, season 2.
Watch
is...
this. Finish classes. Please watch this when you finish classes.
It should have been.
I don't want you to
86.
get emotionally distraught. It absolutely should have been 86. I'm happy that they won a category though, honestly, but it should have been 86.
Yeah,
I
this
think
should have been
86. Yeah. But I'll have to see after To Your Eternity first, and I'll decide afterwards which choice would have been better. Best comedy goes to Comey Can't Communicate.
I don't like that one.
There wasn't too many options. I think Comey was the only best one out of it for best comedy kind of.
I thought Yurimechi Onisan, Life Lessons.
Yeah, that was your suggestion, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought Life Lessons of Yurimechi Onisan should have been. To me, I thought it was clear because all of these they have comedy in them, but they're not actual comedies.
Well, I think Comey had more comedy in it than its romance genre into it, especially its like first 12 episodes of the season. But honestly, yeah, they didn't have the best categories of best comedy, I believe.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of great options.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't really the year of comedy with this season. This year of anime with not a lot of comedy stuff.
Yeah,
we couldn't get a sports category. I digress.
I mean,
Like,
it's
we're
always
gonna
hard
do-
to have that.
We're gonna get a sports category next year for sure.
Oh,
But
we
I-
have to. Oh my
I
God.
definitely thought Life Lessons was gonna take this, but it's also popularity because the masses vote for it as well. So, and I don't think Life Lessons of Yurimechi Onisan was very popular.
I think not too many people have watched it too.
Yeah,
People like that romance bit of it is enough to push it over, is what it is. The fact that there was that hint of romance is probably what it was that was kind of like it pulled enough people to it, kind of thing.
It also it's on Netflix too, and it was one of the few animes where it comes out every week too. Like, well, with
More
Japan,
exception.
they had the first 3 episodes, and then other countries had the first episodes, and yeah, week to week basis of anime to watch, and Netflix was like everybody has it, the best reachable content to be able to watch it and stuff. So it made sense. Best action, Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. There's a lot of heavy choices for that one. That was a hard contender fight.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not.
I
Yeah,
mean,
me
yeah.
neither.
I mean, I think when we were talking about it the last time, we were between JJK and Attack on Titan. Whichever one of them won, as long as it was one of those, I was good. So
Yeah.
glad JJK got the win for that one for sure.
Yeah.
This one kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Best ending sequence: Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Muju Train arc.
I just don't
I haven't heard
understand what this category means. I think I even said that. Like, how do you go about? There's some of these categories that I need them to have like a little 2-set sentence right up on them because I don't know what they're talking about.
For
Like, what am I judging?
When it comes to opening and ending sequences, like, of course, like, anime music is Japanese music. It's real music. And I guess it's whatever you do with the animations and scenes of the play-by-play of the opening for a minute and a half of the show. But at the same time, I feel like they had to throw another bone to Demon Slayer and Mugen Train, considering where there's so much competition. They just added this category in order for Demon Slayer to get an extra win on a category point.
The category could have been there. They just didn't need to be in the category. No disrespect to them. I didn't say I didn't like the song.
Because the others were actually pretty good. I like
There's a lot of
Beastar's
good-
ending.
There's a lot of good Closing sequences. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, but it's Lisa, man. I mean, she's so amazing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, she's like the queen of all anime anime
Facts,
songs.
man.
So you know, if you got her as your opening or ending, you're good. Not
Like I said,
department.
no disrespect. I don't want Lisa stands at my head. I love Lisa. However, I still stand behind. I think overall sequence wise, if I'm understanding the word sequence,
Right.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
the best personally.
Right.
Yeah,
But you know that's not how these things go.
exactly.
Nope. That's why best girl is who best girl is, and I'm happy about it.
Facts.
Yes, I
The
am.
best season part one. Oh, I'm sorry. The best storyboard and direction. Best opening sequence is Boku no Senso by Shinsei Kamada-chan. Attack on Titan final season part 1 storyboard and direction. Yuichiro Hayashi.
You know what's cool? They won that award, and then they released the full version of the song online.
That's actually tough because the openings for this season in this category are really, really good.
There was a lot of good options. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we all think that Tokyo Revengers was going to take this one?
Yeah, we actually thought
I
we
was-
Crybaby. We thought Crybaby would win this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am super certain that just seemed like the popular pick because of how viral it was when it came out. It just seemed like that was like a no-brainer category. However,
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be surprised
I
if it was second. Like, it was like the second most voted because
I wish we could see, the results.
it might have
Yeah.
just been too many good categories versus stands.
it could all
It
yeah.
might have been too
yeah.
many good
Okay.
picks, and everyone was picking the other good things, and then all the Attack on Titan fans were like,
Yeah. And I
Mm.
mean, I'm not mad at it because this opening sequence was a complete shift from everything we've seen from Attack on Titan before. There was so many Easter eggs in the opening, so many things that, you know, was hinting to. So it's like, it was a really, really good opening sequence. But yeah, I thought it was going to go to Tokyo Revengers for sure.
I thought Tokyo
other
Revengers
song?
would win the popular contest. My personal opinion was Odd Taxi. But
Taxi was good too.
Yeah, but then I was all like, I'm not surprised in the sense that Attack on Titan won because this is a stacked
Not mad at
category.
it.
Super
Yeah.
stacked category.
This next category seemed like it got stolen. Like best score, Yuki Kajura and Go Shinga, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train arc. I feel like this one got stolen.
Yeah,
So
What was in the category?
Vivi.
Oh,
I think with score, it's not just songs. It's like, so let's think about Bleach, the Arankar theme.
The
Yeah,
moments.
There's all these other things that I think are considered when you talk about this category, and I think that, as much as I don't want to say it, but like, because I feel like, and I think I said this when we were talking about it, I feel like it's unfair because it's not like Demon Slayer presented new scores
No.
in the overall sense of what was done. It's not like they presented a series of new and dynamic scores. Half the scores were just scores that we'd already heard from the first season.
Which is precisely why 86 should have won this category as well.
Once again, you are correct, my good sir.
Yeah, because I
Stolen.
mean, there's so many
when
incredible,
the
dramatic
creatures,
moments.
when the robots
which is,
show up, when the cat's on the screen, just everything, just everything in general. It's just
it literally sets the tone for everything.
The
that's happening.
flashback, the tones, the whole visions of seeing your dead comrades and everything, the music that fit within each
oh my
back to
god,
back
the
too.
screeching in the oh my god. I will say I didn't finish, but I did start Vivi, and Vivi is beautiful. Just I'm like halfway through. I told you, as soon as you said it, I was like, nah, Steve said this too much. This gotta be, it's in every category, and let me check it out, man. I didn't get to finish it, but it's actually way more thought-provoking than I was expecting, just based off of, like, you know, quick reads when you had talked about it that night, and I was like, I like this.
Yeah, I thought Vivi would win this category. But once again, I'm sitting here saying that, and I haven't seen 86. So
Watch
It's- we,
86.
we here speaking logically, and the fans are voting with their hearts, so it doesn't matter.
Hearts?
Hearts are
Hearts?
just what's popular.
Hearts?
And what's been talking about the most.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Hearts
is
or
easy
just
to
bandwagon
'Cause
jumping.
Because there's a few where
I
I'm
didn't.
like,
I
what?
only watched 3 animes last year, and I'm just gonna vote for those 3 animes. Cough, cough, cough.
Thanks.
I know 2 of them.
Next.
Best character design: Tadashi
Ah.
Hiramatsu, Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. Jujutsu Kaisen did
I
have
was-
unique character design, and
Yeah.
I was really glad it did win this one.
But I'm surprised Vivi, because I feel like I like Vivi's character designs as well. As I love JJK, like I do, but dang, like Vivi really had beautiful like character designs. Like, dude, I enjoyed them.
I think
this
Steve
one-
had said. Didn't you say Odd Taxi for this one, Steve?
I said Odd Taxi, Wonder Egg, and
I think I was also on the Wonder Egg tip for this one.
yeah, this one was really tough. I was like, this one is really tough.
It really is, because I guess it's when it came to Mappa and JJK, it was like the unique cursed spirits and the technique of their forms and their like crazy, like scary kind of sinister look. And then you have Vivi, the whole colorful, beautiful design, which is the same category as Wonder Egg as well, with the pretty colors as well as nice animation, the fights and everything like that.
And even Skate the Infinity.
Yeah, it's a colorful
was-
series.
This was
Like,
this was a
yeah.
really tough one. I honestly and truthfully didn't think JJK was winning this one.
I would accept anybody would have won for that one. In all honesty, I think they all had its own uniqueness into it.
Definitely
I
wasn't surprised.
really wanted Wonder Egg to win this.
Whoever's
I
pop.
really wanted Wonder Egg to win this. I didn't think they stood a chance of winning any other category as much as I thought that this was a category that they could win.
I am more surprised 86 didn't win any of it.
I don't
I'm
know
a little
why
upset.
you're surprised. I think we all knew, or we should have known, that 86 was about to get all of the snubs. I'm just happy that they were even mentioned, but
That's how I felt about Odd Taxi. They're not
Yeah,
popular.
at
Well,
least-
but Odd
it got
Taxi
the
did win.
noms.
It got a few.
Odd Taxi won
wins.
twice, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, it won? I haven't.
Like-
I
he
haven't
hasn't seen the
looked at
list.
all of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so before we get into best that category, best animation, Demon Slayer. You can't really beat Ufotable.
Okay. Yeah, that one I won't argue on that one, I guess.
Unlimited budget works for the win.
I mean, their Demon Slayer paid it off, so it's cool. It's fine.
I'm just saying, because I still think, I'm sorry, James, next year unless we see something amazing in the next like 4 to 5 episodes, it's as of today, next year is Demon Slayer again.
I can agree with you.
Oh yeah.
But however, Mappa, just I'm waiting patiently.
They have a lot
I
of
believe in
projects.
you.
They have a lot of
Dude,
projects.
The fight.
They do.
The fight. If they kill the animation during the fight, I think it's going to Attack on
Yeah,
Titan.
that's gonna be a swing. That's gonna be the fight again next year too. What's the
Best fights
the
category.
fights of comparison? The best fights. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I have seen clips from Demon Slayer. The animation is like ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
insane.
It looks movie quality. I'm like, dang, this.
Yeah.
So this is so
I-
this is the power of not being in bankruptcy.
Listen, so
Yes.
it's not even that, even like it is that, but it's like, so Demon Slayer season 1, for example, I still think everyone was hype off of episode 19.
It is. It
I
really
don't
was.
think that quality was present the entire season.
It was not.
But this season,
They're using 3 CGI.
not just one, not just two, a series of consistent strings of super deep, high quality, sharp animation, super fluid movement. And I just can't imagine that they got any sleep for like a good month.
No. I could definitely see that because technically it got pushed a season. And technically
Sure.
it took an 12 episode break? 8 episode break because they had to redo Mugen Train arc.
They did have to. That's
So I think
that's probably why they stuck Mugen
exactly.
Train.
That's what I'm like saying. Like, oh no, I'm having great sleep while working.
Unlimited budget works.
Ooh,
I mean,
the power of no
they're
bankruptcy.
gonna make it back. I mean, that movie made so much money.
Ridiculous.
So much money. The manga makes so much money.
And now, like, once the Blu-ray hits, it's like even more money coming in to fill up all these. Like, oh, that didn't go well. That didn't go well. That didn't go well. It's all good. We'll ask another loan. They'll give it to us because we're doing Demon Slayer.
I hope
Dude,
that they put a
thankfully-
nice package together with some good like memorabilias. Because I think this is a collector's purchase series, Attack on Titans.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely for sure. And Steve, finally, for the first win of Taxi, Best Director went to Baku Shinshita, Taxi.
Okay.
Yeah, Best Director.
I'm not even sure if I chose Taxi for this category. I think I chose Wonder Egg for this one.
Interesting.
But okay,
What was the other two? What was the other three or four in this category?
it's AOT Part 1, JJK, Megalobox,
Megalobox.
Sunny Boy,
Okay,
Taxi, Wonder Egg.
I think the way that I was too sold on who should win this category.
I thought Attack on Titan would have taken Best Director for this one.
We had a conversation about that, about the unique direction that they've made. We had a whole conversation about just the choices made, what was left in, what was taken out, the flow and ebb of all of it. And then it was definitely a good argument for Attack on Titans there.
Yeah.
That's what.
Haven't seen Odd Taxi, so
It's good. It's good, and like it literally surprised a lot of people. Like it was the hidden gem, and then once people started watching it and seeing it for what it really is, it became really high standards. Japan loved it. They're making a movie for it just because the ending of Odd Taxi was technically a cliffhanger.
that's great.
It's crazy good. It was one of those ones where it just felt like nobody had seen it, and then once the word of mouth started to go around, then all of a sudden everybody was on the train for it. But it was like, well, now the season is over, and everybody's watching it now that the season is over. So I felt like it never got the love that it was supposed to get week to week.
I mean, if we really think about it, y'all, a lot of these nominations were sleepers throughout most of the year.
Yeah, because
even a lot of people sleep on Wonder Egg. A lot of people will sleep on 86.
A lot of people slept on Vivi.
People slept on Vivi. Like, so it's a lot of.
I mean, it's like, I have to be honest. I didn't even know Wonder Egg existed until the nominations. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I had no idea.
I've heard of Wonder Egg. I've seen some clips and fight scenes and animation and the mature contents of its story, and I was interested. I have not heard of Sunny Boy though.
Yeah, that one I still don't know what that is from.
I don't know what that is either.
It's a very trippy anime. I haven't watched it. Yeah, I've watched clips, but it's basically kids are taken from their high school and they all have powers that they have to figure out type thing. It's kind of like the one anime that came out where not New Game, right? New Game or something. But yeah, it's very trippy. Like it gives fully coolie vibes to me when I was watching.
About, is it Dwarven? I mean Dwarven. That word fumble. Darwin.
Darwin's game. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
So
It's on Netflix.
I didn't see it.
I
planned to, and then I just didn't end up watching it.
It's fine. It was okay.
It felt like I should have already had a part 2 is what it felt like.
Oh yeah, like the manga's way ahead, and I don't know if season 2 is confirmed, but like the story's great for Darwin's game.
I felt like I got punked. I shouldn't have even bothered watching the 12 episodes if they weren't gonna give me a season. But that's what they did to Vinland Saga too. So
that's true.
There's hope.
Very true. Next category, best fight scene goes to Yuji Itadori and Ayo Todo versus Haname. Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. There was no.
I'm sorry. It should have been the Warhammer and Eren. I really like that fight. Like I like the fight with JJK, but I'm part of me sick and tired of seeing JJK win best fight scenes. Like
I
it's
mean,
like
yeah, but it
little-
was really, really,
Yeah.
really good.
Everything
It
hit
was-
every level.
everything
It
hit
was one or the
perfectly.
other.
The
It was one or
score,
the other.
the intensity, the consequences of JJK was into this fight scenes, as well as the tag team kind of beatdown stuff. And
Like
Yeah.
I had to explain to somebody, or I tried to explain that you have to realize that this fight isn't just a clap scene.
Mm-mm.
You're talking about the beginning of this fight, all to the introduction of Purple, because that's the end of the fight. The end of the fight is Purple,
Mm.
and it is just handled beautifully from start to finish.
it also
And again,
left
Attack
you.
on Titans is a sequence of things too. It's not just that moment with the Warhammer. It's a build-up and accumulation. It includes, even everyone coming in from the Survey Corps and coming into the city. It's like it's a whole sequence of a fight, which is why I felt like those two fights just stood out, even based off of the other things that were in the category. I
Right.
still don't think Boruto should have been in that category. And I'm sorry to my friend, I won't say his name, but he was like, yeah, Boruto should have won. I was like, Boruto is just Naruto Jr., and all of the fights are also Naruto Jr. And don't get me wrong, they're great, but it's like, again, I'm tired of, if we already gave something a win, why am I giving it a win for doing the same exact thing that it did? Same thing how
The only way
Demon
that you give
Slayer-
them that win is that other people didn't do anything and they didn't try or anything, that sort of stuff, and that happens. But
And then in the Boruto fight, it's Naruto and Sasuke again. Like, it's not
Yeah.
that like
the
some
same
other
animation.
people, like some other people did something. It's not to say that like we're not gonna pretend that some of the same choreography wasn't used. Come on.
Yeah.
there was
It's the same.
also being left the cliffhanger of that last of the Yuji and Toto fight with Haname, because Haname was literally, you see the enemy enjoying this beatdown or this fight that's happening, and you got left hanging where she literally was gonna use her own domain expansion, just get interrupted and everything turns purple. It's like, ah, you couldn't give us 5 more seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, of course, the argument could be made for the Warhammer fight. I mean, it was just a completely different version of Eren, right? Just him standing there, cold, calculated, looking at everything the Warhammer was doing, and then capitalized on it in the best way possible, right? Like, it was perfectly executed. But to me, the slight edge, like when I think about like the general audience, it was the JJK fight. I knew that one was gonna win, even though I wanted AOT to win.
And AOT had a meme like, any last words, Eren Yeager? The last words of the whatever. Literal meme. It's like her last words was, any last words, Eren Yeager.
It's still, it's so
Those were the
trippy.
only
It's so
two.
trippy how he even invaded, bro. Like, I'm just still like, they really just let this man do whatever, and he was just walking around casually in the city, and no one cared.
Who could stop him? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Are you
What
gonna
are you
stop
going
him?
to do?
No, I meant. I'm talking about before he transformed. This man showed up with no history and was sending letters out of the country.
Well, I mean, someone else was sending the
Yeah,
letters out of the country.
Exactly.
Poor kid.
Still,
I mean, like, Zeke let it happen too. I mean, he could have. I think he actually had to play a part to keep it all hidden as well, because that was
Yeah.
technically his plan. Like, have his own entire Marleyan fight place and time.
Aaron ran into that group of government officials. I was like, dang, like this man was like, I'm destroying your whole military.
Yo.
You have no leaders.
Y'all watch Big
Yeah.
O? Y'all watch Big O before?
Yeah.
It's showtime.
Dude, even that one guy that was sitting in the stand where everybody was running, panicking, man, already knew he was gonna die. And after,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
like boom.
What's the point? Where are you running to? Like, it's like, all right, cool. I had a good run. This is where I get off.
So our best antagonists, Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan's final season part 1. Let's talk
Hey,
about
so-
it.
Out of who? Hold on, let me see. Out of who?
You
Kasaki.
had Kisaki. You had
Oh!
Adam.
Yeah, Kasaki was right. Yeah, right.
Boy,
I think-
Shigaraki.
I think I think people hate Kasaki so much that they chose.
Oh, that's even more dirty. Like shit.
That's what really
For me,
happened.
so for me, it's because of the definition of antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I'm kind of like, eh. But because if you say that Aaron is the villain of this story, that's possible. But Aaron is definitely the protagonist of the story because it's his story.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of if we're following him the entire time, the antagonist is the person that opposes the protagonist.
Right.
So technically, this is a confusing category, but I like the fact when the nominations was going up and I saw Aaron was in both categories, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? But then once I started seeing all the arguments, and then they're like, well, technically, Aaron can't be an antagonist. He would be a villain if you feel like he's the villain of the story.
I'll argue
So-
I'll argue against you with that because I think Aaron's existence was never 100% the entity that he currently is. And even though he knew that he had a decision to make, he still had to present certain ways at different times, and thus was always in a constant battle between himself. So therefore, in regards to that, he is most definitely both there's no other antagonist in Attack on Titans if you take Aaron out of the equation. Who's the other antagonist? Who stopped the story? Who made any type of anything in
The
the story?
Marlians, I guess.
The Marlians or the
here's the thing. So here's the thing. Attack on Titan has never been so black and white for there to be good versus evil. The Marlians, from their perspective, are the good guys. So here's the other thing, Steve. This category is not best antagonist of an entire series. It's of a season. So in this season, in this moment, in this part of the arc, which is what they're categorizing, he is the antagonist of this part of the arc.
Mhm.
But
It's
wouldn't
not the
he be-
category of best antagonist of the entire series. It's just this season.
Arc, yeah.
But
Yeah,
for
at
this
one point,
particular
it's the
season-
Survey Corps versus Aaron.
But
At
for
one
this
point.
particular season, they follow Aaron the entire time, who is still technically the protagonist, because the whole point of a protagonist is the main character that they follow.
And that's why I like that he's in both, because he's constantly toting that line. As a matter of fact, because you know the ending, you know that he had to become this thing for reasons, right? Like he had to become the antagonist. So we know that he's playing this role in this moment right here. That's why I'm okay with it, and that's why I like that he's in both categories. Because he is both. He is the one that we're following. He is the protagonist, but he is playing the antagonist in this moment. It is just this season. It's not if we're talking about the entire series, Eren Yeager is the protagonist of Attack on Titan.
Which
but if
is
we're
why
talking
it presents that way that you're even mentioning, is because he is the protagonist of the overarching story.
right, but if we're talking about season 4, part 1, I mean, who else would be the antagonist?
There's a clear distinction. Like now I'm thinking about
Gabby.
it. Like even
I don't know.
episode count wise, I think there's actually the middle episode, I'm pretty sure, is Aaron in the cell. And I think that is actually a pivotal moment of, again, that existence of Aaron wrestling himself. Aaron trying to dig into himself and like, no, you have to do this. You have to do this. You
Yeah,
don't
the
have
scene
a
in the
choice but
mirror.
to do
was
this. Yeah,
gonna
that's
do the
exactly what I'm
screen,
talking
yeah.
In
about.
the mirror, he's
Yes.
talking to himself, pushing himself through it, because he knows what he's doing isn't really him, but he's pushing through it to be the antagonist. You know,
That's
as
it.
like, I'm not like, I won't argue with anyone that feels differently. It's just that's how I took it, and it makes sense to me. But I get the other side too, because he is technically the protagonist of the entire story. How can he then also be the antagonist? But Attack on Titan has never been so black and white ever. Like, you can't really hate Gabby, right? Like, she has done terrible things, but it's conditioning. It's because of what she's been through. And I mean, how is she different from Eren, right? So it's all a perspective type
They
thing.
don't-
So
they don't
Attack
wanna
on
have
Titan
that
is just
conversation.
Is
different.
that they don't want to have that
I don't wanna have that
conversation
conversation because I've already
Attack
said
on
that
Titan
in
is
mixed
just
spaces.
different.
because
You know
like
what I mean? So it's
And
like,
I agree with the fact that yes, you have that if you're seeing it from Gabby's story, but we're not seeing it from her story. we're seeing it all from Aaron's perspective.
There's a point in
Which-
the season and even in the manga where the story is definitely not told from Aaron's perspective though, and it's this part.
Armin.
It's definitely told from Armin's perspective for a period of time.
Yes.
And it's like I said, it's the Survey Corps versus the Aaron faction. That's again,
Right.
and like I said, it's a pivotal point. It's literally, like I said, if I'm thinking about the number of episodes, I think it's like episode 7 and 8. It's literally in the middle of the season, and you literally have an actual hard turn from, hey, Aaron, to the point where nobody else was even on the screen. It was literally just the Aaron show. Then you got Aaron and the Survey Corps, and then it was Aaron versus the Survey Corps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like Marley's against him, even the Survey Corps against him. It's just Aaron and the Jaegerists. Like, he's playing the role of protagonist in this part of the arc. So that's why it makes sense to me. But it's like, you know, it's all perspective, man. Because that's Attack on Titan. Like, nothing is so black and white that it's just like, oh, this is the protagonist. Besides Aaron being the main character, but there is no like defined line, right? Like, even Magath, with all of the terrible things that he's done, he's only doing it to protect his people, and it's because of that conditioning. So it's like, is he a villain? Is he a bad guy? No, he's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's all perspective.
I mean, we could say this about a lot of antagonists that become Deuteronomists, for instance, and different stuff. Like definitely over times and periods, and like this change. I mean, I'll give another example. Slight spoiler, I guess. But like My Hero Academia, there's a point in time where you don't see certain characters. I'll generalize it so it's not really spoiler. Certain characters, because it is certain characters over spans of time, they're just not there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, like I can even pick on it, villain arc. Who's the protagonist?
It was Spinner, wasn't it? Oh, I mean, if that part of the arc of the season.
I guess that he's the main voice of, I guess, the way they carried that story.
Yeah, he was like the narrator, and you're seeing it from
Yeah.
his perspective and that sort of stuff.
But even still, the narrator in itself is a whole role onto itself outside of the protagonist.
I mean, I feel you. I mean,
I still didn't think that he should have won this. Just to be
I thought
perfectly clear, I still think it should be Kisaki.
I'm not trying to change your mind. It's just I've been waiting to talk about this because I just wanted to give like a different perspective. Like, it's just because of where we are. This is not best antagonist of a series. This is of this season, of this arc, and he is the villain. Like, the villain is the antagonist.
A villain is not necessarily an antagonist, though, because like Yagami, you wouldn't say that he's the antagonist of the story.
Some people do.
The story, he's the villain of the story because the story. But if the story follows you, the definition of protagonist is basically the main character. Antagonist is the character that opposes the protagonist. And even you guys said it, you were like, Aaron versus the Marlians, and then it's Aaron versus the Survey Corps.
Yeah.
Even it's all from his perspective. So that would always make him the protagonist throughout the series.
But that's why he's simultaneously the antagonist.
Yeah, it's a coexistence.
Because he has to become the devil that he isn't in order to accomplish his goal. That's because
I don't think any other series is going to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, that's why I said like Attack on Titan is different
experience of what it actually is. However,
it's just so different.
However, it should have been Kisaki, and I still stand behind. I think people hate Kisaki so much
that they didn't vote for.
They didn't vote for Kisaki. I genuinely think that. I feel like if I ranked it, I feel like it was Kisaki, Adam, and then Aaron. As far as like who's in that category for antagonist, I feel like that should have been like the clear cut like hierarchy of how that went.
Yeah, I think Aaron probably is protagonist for sure. Unless, well, I don't know who's all in the category. I don't remember.
Best protagonist is Otokawa from Taxi.
Wow, get the fuck out of here.
That's your boy. That's your boy.
Get the fuck out of here.
He won. Yeah.
Hopefully that gets people to watch fucking Taxi. I did not expect that one.
Yo, I thought of you as soon as I saw that. I was like, the way,
I was
the
like,
way
oh,
you
Steve,
talked-
Steven's
the
gonna be
way
happy
you
about
talked
this.
The way you talked this up, it only made sense from the perspective because you gave us the whole like breakdown, and I was like, yeah, it only makes sense. Like I haven't watched the series, but from the way you describe it, I'm like, yeah, that's really compelling protagonist. Like that's a lot.
And I'm the hype person for iTaxi on the timeline. And since I didn't look at the category because I wanted to do like an episode on this, now I've missed the hype train to hype up fucking Oda Cow on the timeline.
that was the second win for Montaxi, man. It's like the
Nah,
best
we
protagonist.
still in the same week. You're only 2 days out. Let's go. Get
Even
out.
even though he's a Walrus and he is a well-rounded character, it is a really good, well-rounded story, and he did deserve a best protagonist title from
I am, however, happy if Aaron was going to win a category and not win a category in between these two, that played out that way, because I don't feel like he was the better protagonist in any type of
Definitely
stretch of
not.
imagination.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
But again, the
that's
irony in that is, as Steve said, he is the protagonist without a doubt, regardless.
Yeah,
So,
it's just Attack on Titan is just different, you know? Like it's such a unique story because when you think about it from beginning to end, it's all Eren. So it's like
even
know?
the parts where we didn't think it was Aaron. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part. Like everyone knows that
Yeah.
now. There was times where it was like, it's not Aaron, and then it's like, it was always.
it's
Aaron.
like it's literally him against him. Like
Oh,
I don't know,
nah,
it's
maybe.
crazy.
Shout out to
Okay,
our
this
taxi.
one was actually surprising. Best girl goes to Nabora from JJK Code
Yeah,
2.
no
Look.
Called it,
surprise
called
whatsoever.
it, asked for it, begged for it,
I
howled for it.
at first I was like, dang, call me some really best girl, but I was like, I love Nobro though. Nobro really was up in JJK doing her thing. So I was like, I backed off of it. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
And for that part, again, like thinking about, again, it's this part, like this second part of the season and what her
Yeah.
role is. And again, her development throughout all of this is just amazing. And like I said, I really wanted her to win because she wasn't a typical
Oh yeah.
best girl, but she was.
Yeah.
She was best girl. It, like this, I mean, you know, Maki, but that's a different thing.
Oh, that's queen. She queen
That's
status.
different.
That's not even best girl. But yeah, like I like how it's like best girl doesn't have to be like just a cutesy bubbly. It can be best girl in her own right, best girl in her own story or development. So I did
Mhm.
like the way she did what she won.
Okay.
Low key,
and then they
wanted
said part
Vladilena
two.
to win, but you know.
And it is part 2 of JJK.
You and I know that was not happening.
Oh yeah,
James.
definitely
you
not.
just, You just know.
Definitely not. But
However, in a room, in a mixed crowd, a 1-for-1 debate, I would make that argument. I would. In a very serious 1-for-1 debate. She is stereotypically best girl.
Hmm.
She
Okay.
actually fits. She's a hybrid of what you would envision to be a stereotypical best girl, and also the type of character that pushes completely against the grain of what that is for the entire series. The entire series is just a constant, I have to do this because of this. Even as a protagonist, probably should have been in the best protagonist category, honestly.
Facts, dude,
if you would consider
86,
her the
man.
protagonist.
86.
I gotta watch it.
You gotta let us know when you watch it. I'm gonna come back on specifically when ScubaSteve watches 86. That's when I will be
Steve's
back.
gonna love it.
Mhm.
86 is incredible.
I've been binging a lot of different things, and eventually I'm gonna get to it.
Oh yeah. Take your time.
I'm
You have
gonna-
to be mentally ready to binge that show. So
I fell into the trap of watching things in this season, and so yeah.
There's no regrets. You're gonna like 86, Steve. So, best boy, and this is the only category that this
go.
anime actually won, is
Let's go.
Boji, Ranking of the Kings.
I saw people yelling this one from.
I know Ray's happy about this one.
The
He deserved
only
it.
category that mattered is Boji winning best boy. I don't care what
He is the
happens
best
to everyone
boy.
else.
There was no. I didn't think there was anybody else that, like, maybe Mikey. That was the only person that I thought because of popularity.
I think they snubbed
would've won.
Mikey by putting Draken in the category at the same time.
That's
Yep,
true.
and
Very true.
it split the vote.
Yeah.
That split
And
the vote.
that was my thing, because if you put me to, I love Mikey, but Draken is my son. I'm gonna pick Draken if you was to put that. That's why I was like, that wasn't fair to do. You were to pick one or the other, because even if Mikey wasn't in there and it was Draken, the people who like Mikey would have voted for Draken.
Yeah, you split the votes basically by doing that.
But I still think Boji would have won regardless with Ranking of the Kings and like.
Its surge in popularity was literally right before the awards were announced.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I honestly and truthfully, if you don't do like how Kendall said, if you don't do Draken and Mikey, all those votes go basically over to Mikey, because a lot of people complained saying that a kid in a diaper and like people that have never seen Ranking of Kings obviously were talking crap about it, and it was more so because they just assumed that Mikey or Draken would win. So I feel like I bet you it was probably like 30% Draken, 30% Mikey, and then the other 40 went Boji. And they probably, that's
But-
how it ended up. It split the votes or something.
But
like
then I
really
feel
wish
like,
we could
but I
celebrate
feel like
them.
if they would actually, people like gave Ranking of the Kings a chance, even the first episode or even the second episode would automatically make you sympathize for Boji automatically.
Just give me the first three. Just do me the favor, if you're watching this right now, and watch the first 3 episodes of Ranking of Kings.
There was a bunch of people that have never seen Ranking of Kings at all that were complaining. That I'm pretty sure, because not to go off topic, but like this week, anime of the week that won was My Dress Up Darling was anime of the week that won. And people were like, "What the fuck? How did this beat Attack on Titan?"
Yeah, multiple sites didn't even have Attack on Titans or AOT in their top 10 for anime of the week.
They were like, "How did AOT or Demon Slayer lose to My Dress Up Darling?" And I'm like, "You guys haven't even heard of it.
Not
And
watching
you know
the
what I'm saying?
series.
They don't even know what it is, but they were ready to count it out just because of the fact that it was Attack on Titan, and you know what I'm saying?
The three
Demon
There's
Slayer.
a lot of different types of anime. There's a lot of different anime fans. Like it's okay.
And I feel like this is the same thing. I feel like everybody just assumed Mikey, you know what I'm saying, Mikey Draken. And then they're probably the people that are like one track minded was like, well, if they couldn't win, at least Senku would have won. You know what I'm saying? That's immediately what they thought was, because that's probably the anime that they've watched, the popular ones,
Probably,
not
yeah.
everything else.
But yeah, glad for Boji, Ranking of the Kings. And now, finally, Anime of the Year, Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
There was nothing to talk about for me.
Who else was in
Yeah.
the category?
Honestly,
in the
I
category?
would not
86
have
was
been
in that
upset
category.
if it was 86.
Okay, never mind. I was about to be snubby about it, but 86 is in the category. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Never mind.
86 wasn't. Jobless Reincarnation is, and then JJK Part 2, but not Part 1. And Vivi as well.
Great animation, definitely not anime of the year for JJK. I feel like that voting logic was pretty.
It'll get its Anime of the Year for sure with JJK with what's to come, but like just not this year. It's not this year for it.
Yeah. Ooh, that
Oh,
next
wait.
arc.
Exactly.
I was reading. I was
Everybody gonna be
definitely-
crying. Everybody's gonna be crying on the timeline. I'm gonna be laughing.
Oh, I'm gonna be cheering. I'm gonna be cheering when my queen. You know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing. When my queen come through on the screen and does her queen things, everyone will bow down. That's all I'm gonna say.
The people
I
are
think
gonna
I'll
bow
read
down
them.
to the king, man. King Toji.
I was definitely in
Ah.
the wrong category. Just now. I was reading all the nominations for something else. Completely wrong category just now.
But yeah, I'm sorry that Jobless didn't win anything. I am sad about that. I am happy that Slime won something, however.
Oh
But-
yeah, that made me very happy.
86 didn't win anything. Vivi didn't win
Yeah,
anything.
but we knew 86 and Vivi were just not talked about enough, is what it was.
Wonder Egg too.
86 isn't as accessible
That's very true.
as everything else that wins. You know,
It's very true.
The same
Like,
issue with Wonder
it's-
Egg, if you can say that, then
Mhm.
Wonder Egg was not
which
very
is why
accessible.
I think it should have gotten some love in the drama category. But I mean, with everything else that's in the category, 86, not many people would watch it.
I keep telling y'all, drama is a category for the anime of the year that doesn't get to be anime of the year. That's why Vinland Saga won it the year before or 2 years before, and then the year before it was again. I just feel like it's the snub category. Hey guys, you probably should be anime of the year, but you're not gonna get it. So here's a category for you. I'm not saying that's what really happens, but that's what it feels like very often, or at least over the past couple of years. That's what it's been feeling like.
Dude, I mean, it's definitely a thing, right? Like when you look at like the Oscars, right? Like I hate the fact that there's a international category and like the animated. If it's best film, it's best film. Just open up the category. Instead of 10, do 15 nominations, and if it's best picture, it's best picture. Period.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they definitely do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are the winners of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Watch 86, please. Just watch 86.
Watch 86. Watch
And
Taxi.
watch Ranking
You
of
won't be
Kings.
disappointed.
Ranking of Kings.
Wonder
I will
Egg.
definitely be watching those.
Honestly, anything that's been nominated, you should probably just go check out.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
I'm
that's the
gonna-
reason why they got nominated. I mean, I feel like To Your Eternity that won best drama. I knew there was some really really good drama in there, but I mean I have to see.
Yeah.
I don't know
Very
what
tricky.
drama. I would like Crunchyroll, if Crunchyroll stumbles upon this. If someone's lurking right now from Crunchyroll, could you just give us a little 2 to 3 sentence write up next year? Just kind of give us something to kind of think about when we're like making this decision. Not that I'm sure you guys don't care. You guys like the ambiguous us fighting each other thing, but it would be nice to kind of like think through some of these picks a little more, because I think it would give some of the lesser popular animes a chance to kind of get the breathing room and the light that they deserve.
I thought they would like just let people choose amongst the category of which placement should be going to where, and then out of the five, who was the best out of the 5 categories,
Or even-
and stuff like that.
Even if give us a second, I know the vote counts. Give me a runner-up.
Make a
I
second
would
place.
actually be curious as to see. Yeah, you gotta show me the whole ranking. That's kind of like the allure of the awards or whatever. But just like a runner-up, who was? You ain't gotta tell me how close they were. Just who was next in line that could have possibly won.
I honestly think that is
Mhm.
well deserved to do. Like literally, like all right, who came to 5th place? Who came 4th, 3rd, and then
Yeah, it
second,
would be dope.
last
That-
place.
I would like to see percentages just to see like, is this not being skewed? Is this being like, are they?
Oh, they
you know?
need to
I
get
don't
I just would
want to-
like to see like.
I don't want to be
the
angry at the community like that, because when I see the ridiculous skewings
But
of
I want-
what's in 5th place, I'm gonna be real angry.
But
Now,
I want to know so I can go on the internet.
how it
and
really work? It will
pick what it
how
needs to
how
say.
that would work is like first you announce 3rd place, and then like you see it's like all right, it makes sense, and then the 2nd place like oh shit, that didn't want 1st place, so which among these 3 of the 5 actually won its 1st place? Next
If
thing
they
you
if they
know-
turn it into a show, if they turn it into a showcase, which they absolutely should do, they should
Yes.
absolutely get a bunch of
They did last
but-
year.
yeah, I don't-
kind
yeah,
of,
they-
sort of.
they
Not
definitely
not
need
before
to bring
COVID,
that back.
pre-COVID times they did do that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh, the year of COVID.
Different,
Yeah.
anime persons on it. But I'm with Spicy. I want to see percentages. I want to see 40%, 33, whatever.
And the thing is,
man.
there's probably a lot of ties. I'm pretty sure that there are some ties in certain categories. And they're like, hey, just pick that one. They don't know, and it's like, no, I want
Yeah.
like,
You know?
how much
It would
effort
funnel-
do
it
you
would
put
funnel-
into it?
It would funnel traffic to those other series again. If
Yeah.
the thought of giving the other series, especially not the least, but the not mainstream, not super popular, not on every single platform in your face series a chance to be compared, it's like, oh, my fave didn't win, but it lost by like 5% to this series. All right, I'm upset, but like, why did this category win? Let me go check it out. I feel like it just
Yeah.
pushes an incentive for you to go and want to check out the other categories. Whereas if you didn't care about the categories when you were voting and you voted and you just was like, oh well, I didn't win.
That's the thing. Like I'd rather
Crunchyroll sucks.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like I voted for this because so and so kind of thing. Not and like at least give us an honest reason. Did you vote for this because of its popularity? That it's one of the only ones you've only watched. It's,
That would be a
and
mess.
plus, I want
I
to
know
know
it'd be a mess.
Crunchyroll's But I want to know Crunchyroll's picking. Like, are they picking these anime based off of viewership, off of like what? Because it's like some of these categories some of these anime categories. I'm like, you just threw that in there just to throw it in there to fill up space. Like, what's being, like, what are you being? What's being collected?
It felt like some of the categories did not get the thought process that should have gone into it. And then it's just like we were talking about last time. It's like there were animes that came out that were really good that you guys just didn't even nominate at all.
Yeah.
So again, like you said, what is this going to? Because I think we were talking about it, it's like, well, is it just Crunchyroll? It's like, no, it's not just Crunchyroll animes. So like again, who's making this decision? And then I guess that's even more crazy now that Sony and Crunchyroll are under one roof. So
yeah. I don't know. I would like to see like the whole entire thing.
But I think
honestly, they could just hire us. We could just be on the board.
But that's the thing, right?
Crunchyroll.
But that's the thing, right? This is for just like James said, the average viewer. Like people like us, they don't care about. They just want the masses. What the masses, the masses' attention span. Like they don't really care about people like us who actually critique and are knowledgeable of the process and the obvious like skewing and unfairness. So it's like you
my opinion matters.
Exactly.
I really enjoyed when it was like last year how they had like anime critiquers and things like that announcing the awards, because that would have been really, really crazy to see, like, and the winner is so and so. Even
with Twitter Spaces now too, so you could have been live and had a Twitter space open while you were doing that. That would have been super cool. Somebody missed out on a bag there. Sorry, Twitter.
Yeah.
Again, you could hire us for the team. We'll make it so great.
We'll figure it out. We can do the marketing and everything would be good. But I mean, like I just seeing the excitement on people's face. Oh snap! Animator one antagonist. Let's go. And you know what I'm saying? Like that was really lit last year, and it was all streamed on YouTube. So there's no reason why they couldn't have done it again this year. Maybe they just felt like.
But I think last year they had. I watched the streaming last year. And to be honest, it was all like announcements of up and coming things coming out, and there wasn't really like much that was coming out like this year. I guess I don't know. So I guess they probably were like,
They also said it was also because of COVID regulation too that was going on in Japan.
Well, but last year, but last year they did it virtually too. So that's not even an excuse. They did it during the height of COVID. Like, so it's like. The fact that they didn't repeat that. Well, I don't know if they had the streaming this year. I didn't really like watch it, but I don't know.
No, it wasn't because there was advertisements. You knew people like all the influencers, our friends and stuff was like, oh yeah,
because you can nominate. Because you can nominate yourself. Like,
wait, didn't they have voting for it though?
Yeah.
No. This year, did they not have nominations again? Or am I tripping?
They did. It opened up. Beginning of January, like Jan 25th, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it just didn't
read them. I'm not sure.
That's weird. Oh well.
It definitely is weird because I remember 2 years back they picked out like famous YouTubers, real voice actors of these shows.
Yeah, because that's when the height of
Demon Slayer.
No, the other one with the wheelchair girl, and she stood up. Everyone was like, "Oh my god!" She pushed him off the thing. Tower of God. That's when everyone was like wilding out about that. And they had the live reaction.
Gabby before Gabby.
So spicy. When you said the wheelchair girl, I immediately thought about Sacha Baron Cohen and the old lady on the wheelchair.
No.
And he rode her off the stage. That's what I thought about. I was like, yo, that was Crunchyroll? I was like, oh no.
Oh, man.
Rachel. Yeah, but back during that year, they showed like YouTubers' reacting to that anime, and when it won, I forgot when it won something. So it's like they put more of a spectacle.
She won best antagonists or something like that.
Yeah, like people were
maybe
like
they just didn't feel like maybe it didn't turn enough revenue or viewership or something. Maybe it just didn't do enough for them to justify having it again. But I feel like it's just some things you just gotta do for the community, man. Like you want the community to show back love to you, like you just gotta do some stuff for the community.
just said
Nah,
that
but money.
Rachel won best
It is money.
antagonist for that season. She was the antagonist for 3 seconds of that season.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah,
even know she
I
was
don't-
the
I don't
antagonist.
agree.
You didn't
I
even know she was
wouldn't-
the antagonist until she was the antagonist.
Yeah, like
You didn't
that-
have an idea she was the antagonist until she had her episode. And like
yeah,
literally,
unless
like,
you were a reader of Tower of God, you had no idea until like literally the last 3 seconds when she pushes him out.
And it's
Like,
crazy because people hated the animation
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I didn't care for the redirection of the story and the pacing, but it was still shot like really well. Like it was still
Oh,
good
yeah.
animation. It was very quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
fight
it
scenes
was
were intense.
actually different and really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
it was like
But-
the year of the webtoons too, because they're
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When
We got
got out
Tower
of
God,
high,
we got
got out of
God
high school.
Pacing that for that was
skipping 80
T-rash.
skipping 80 chapters.
T-rash. But
Not to be at the end
but
too.
that was a decision. That was a decision by the writer, by the originator.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted to showcase the fight scenes more than anything else because he wanted to pay homage to Dragon Ball Z and the predecessors, and he got what he wanted out of it. He got the again. You can't be mad when some like a creator gets what they want. I'm happy for him that it even got to that state, but it's just like you could have honestly gotten way more for that series while still highlighting the fights because I felt like they shortened the fights.
Oh,
you could have just
what's her
had
name?
the fight.
It took
What's
the
her
move
name's
from it.
fight? The girl, like her fight with the other, I forgot, but like they
That
shortened
wrestler
that.
girl.
And yeah, I hated the way they ended in the anime. It was very diminishing to just like her whole character. I was like, so this.
No, they sacrificed
didn't
all
like
of the character
it.
development. Everything that
Yes.
was supposed to be substantial to their friendship growth was flashbacks, which didn't make any sense. The tournament is literally them bonding. The whole
Yeah.
tournament is literally them bonding. And the only part that it felt impactful was when what's his name wasn't trying to like fight. And that was about it. But it's so
Yeah.
fast paced that you just miss all of it. Like it's good. Like again, if you never knew anything about God of High School and you was like, oh, I'm gonna check this thing out, you would watch it. The intro, banger.
I mean,
fights,
yeah, but
clean.
once you get to like the last like 4 episodes, you're gonna be really fucking confused.
Confused.
Like,
Yeah.
Why they're
I mean,
moving.
even if you watched even if you read the webtoon, you were still confused.
I mean, I highly doubt the shift was that different. Like,
Read the webtoons, James, and get back to me on that one.
got you. I
Can't
will.
be that bad.
Well,
It's
the
a lot.
webtoon actually, the
No,
webtoon came
it's-
back yesterday, right? Other day, like it's back from hiatus.
It's back for its final season. It's a different ending. It's not even close to being what you saw as the ending.
I need to read.
It's not like you departed. It's a different ending.
I need to read Tower of God and God of High School because I'm.
I
Every-
get Tower Goddess. That them early chapters, I'm like, ooh.
I picked back up Tower of God season 2 last year, right before I stopped reading webtoons for like 3-4 months, and I finally I caught up to where I had left off because I had stopped watching when they had their great 3-year, however many year hiatus that they had way back in the day, and I was like, okay, and then I got bored again. And I just it might have just been me because like I said, I stopped reading like all webtoons at that point in time at that period. But like I was just like, man, I don't know why you're not hitting the way that you gotta hit. The only thing I have efficiently picked back up, I just started reading again this month, is I binge solo leveling the moment there was like final chapter.
I need to finish it.
Me
And
too.
then I started back reading Omniscient Reader, and that's about it as far as webtoons that go for what I've been reading.
I mean, if you like those
I-
kind of webtoons, I could suggest you some. It's like
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready. I need to
um,
pick up Your Throne. That's what I need to pick up. Your Throne and Remarried Empress. I need to go finish wherever I left off from them.
I have to pick
Mage
up
and Demon
Unordinary. Unordinary. I dropped it because my dog
That's
was
on my
getting,
list.
but
That's
it's
on my list.
good.
Let's Plays on my list too.
Oh,
First season.
I love Let's Play. Oh my god, it's such a cute, wholesome. I love Let's Play. I love let me get my damn
I
app
want
out.
to.
I got mine ready too.
I want
Oh,
to.
Let's-
Listen,
Let's
y'all
play.
form the group chat. I need the list.
Yeah,
I need
I
to-
also
I
need a
need the
list.
list.
Are we
I-
all
I
reading
want to
it?
know more what happens in Hellbound.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
same.
Dude,
I wanna-
it's so good.
I wonder what happens.
True Beauty. I love True Beauty.
I
That
haven't
one,
read that
like
yet,
I
but they
have read
keep-
it, but I'm having a hard
cute.
time continuing. It's not that it's not good. It's because I'm hurting. Every chapter I'm hurting. I
Because
don't
she's
I don't
growing.
think I can keep
She's a
reading.
little
I'm kind of
duckling.
hurting at the moment. I
So
can't
my-
do
She's
it.
a little duckling, and oh my god.
So in the BGA server, shout out to BGA, we have Webtoon Wednesdays, and that's literally like they've been trying to get. And I was like, no, because you guys keep recommending emotionally damaging series.
Yeah,
for
I
me to
was like,
read.
I'm
I need a
in.
break.
Why are you
Can you
hurting
stop
me?
trying to hurt
Oh
me?
crap! I
She's
can't keep
grown.
going.
Bro,
Because
she's
it's good pain.
the pacing of her character, how she's
God.
gaining confidence, is just so beautiful. And seeing her develop and find out who she is and find her true love, even though I feel she should have chose the other one because oh my god, he's fine, but it's okay. Like she's just so happy, and I'm so proud of her as my daughter. I don't have a lot of daughters, but I'm so proud of her in True Beauty. Like the name truly fits like the character 100%.
Yo, Muted. If you're not reading Muted, also worth checking out.
Okay.
I
Are we-
recommend Skeleton Soldier.
Huh. I feel like I overlooked
I've
that
seen
at some
that.
point. Yeah.
I'm reading Lore Olympus.
Yes, Lord Olympus. Oh my god, I
Mhm.
totally forgot.
I will start that one day eventually.
You need to.
It's really
It's
good.
so freaking good.
It just was too much on the hype train for too long about a series of stories that I just didn't.
But
I love
it's-
I love the mythology. I just was like, what could you really be telling uniquely about this story kind of thing, and I wasn't as interested at the time.
It's different.
Okay.
It's different.
I'll read it. I've heard some things. I've been convinced. I'm gonna start it, but I've been forced to read Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yes.
And I have to now finish Tokyo Revengers because I forced one of my friends to read One Punch Man.
Yes.
And I was just like, I don't care what you think. The art is beautiful and immaculate, and you deserve to give yourself a chance to read One Punch Man. And they had like a time limit, and they like squeezed out like 20 chapters on like the last day. And so now I have to read Tokyo Ghoul, the whole thing from start
Do
to
it.
finish.
You'll like it.
And then I
Agreed.
have to really want Tokyo. And after that, I'm not gonna.
People, I've seen so many people it's like, yo, I feel so bad for the fans of Tokyo Revengers. Like,
I just another
um,
series that they should have
so
just ended
terrible.
when they should have ended. They just didn't need to. I didn't need the final season that he's trying to write. I'm sorry.
It gives me Death Note vibes. It's like you got rid of what we love, the dynamic that we love, and now that that's over, it should be over as well, because now you're trying to force us to love something else.
I was
spoiler.
fine with the whole conclusion.
Yeah, I
Even
was-
with said person still having like he's like, in order to protect everyone, this is what I had to do. I
Mhm.
was fine with that. I
Yep.
was fine with that. And even if you wanted to force them seeing each other again just as a final something, sure.
Mhm.
Like honestly, like a show up and like a end shot is just over a shot, and you see said person turning back to other said person and end the series. I
yeah.
would have been like, oh,
So this is my way to fix Tokyo Revengers. You end it right there at the wedding, the wedding thing, right?
yeah.
End it right there, and then everything. This last arc, make it into a movie so it can be like
People
filler.
people
or
don't want to
whatever.
make ovas. They don't want to make ovas. Like
Costs
just
money,
I'm
too.
going to read it still. You did a good job. Again, no disrespect to Demon Slayer. I know it wasn't her fault. I understand that there was family and pressures. I don't know the whole ins and out, but I've read and I've heard what I've heard. And I get that there was, pushback about various things. But it's just like, you could have just given me the OVA. If you had just given me, or what they have been doing with like the mini side stories, been getting like the mini side stories over the past like couple months, I would have been fine with that. Again, you could have kept writing that. Honestly, if you had started writing that where, the very last chapter kind of leaves off
Mhm.
for Demon Slayer, if you had give me a one shot of that, I would have been like, no, give me more. I need like a couple more chapters. You gotta tell me what's going on there. but then it happened where it happened, and you got nothing from it. It's like, that wasn't cute.
Could have made this whole arc of Tokyo Adventures non-canon, and like make it into a movie or something after you're done.
An alternate ending.
Yeah, and that would work because people would accept it because it's an alternate ending. But you're making this the permanent ending. You are literally destroying your story, and it's terrible right now. It's
Bro,
so
like
bad.
I said, my friends was upset when I said I'm not reading, and I was like, I'm not reading, and they was like, no, give it a chance, because there was that moment. It was like, well, you don't know for sure. I was like, I don't care. This is not something you tease, especially when you've technically already teased it to me before. No.
It's like you have gold and then they're like, hey, sell it to me for $100 instead of getting full value for it. Because that's what they pretty much did. They had it and then they just was like, no, we're gonna ruin it. But a webtoon that I also was reading was Fake Humans. I'm not sure if you guys are reading Fake Humans.
Haven't heard of it. Adding it to the list.
I'm reading Kill the Hero. It's like solo leveling. It's a good series too.
Okay.
What was the other one you said, Sam? Skeleton something?
Skeleton soldier can't protect his master.
Is it on the Webtoon app?
It's on Tappy Tunes.
It's on Tappy.
Okay, I need to get Tappy.
Yeah, Tappy Tunes got some nice.
But yeah, that's a good one. Skeleton soldier couldn't protect the dungeon.
Tappy Tunes comics and novels. Downloading it right now.
I'm also reading Spirit Farmer. That's like a whole slice of life kind of thing.
As an avid person who likes to talk against Tappy Tunes, as the great James told me and the great Sam told me, just read it on the web. Just use Tappy Tunes web.
Okay, don't use the app because
don't. You can delete that app unless you just love to support. Yes, that's how I phrase it.
Yeah,
as if you love to support and that's real cap. Like if you want to support, and that's how you feel like you're supporting. But if you just want to like, I want to check this out and show it some love and whatever, then yeah, go find their personal release page or just use Tappy Tune on the browser. Because if you think Webtoons is crazy with asking you for money for things.
Look, I've spent money on reading some True Beauty chapters. And Lore Olympus. I've spent $5.
Just judge you like I judge the rest of people in my Webtoon chat. How dare you just keep spending money every week to stay chapters ahead?
Not every week, but when the story was getting good, I was like, I can't wait week. I have to read all 3 because I can.
That's how I've been feeling about fake humans, because this is like a mystery thing and you're trying to figure it out. And there's something about mysteries where it's like,
for me it's drama. Like Lore Olympus, the drama was eating, and I was like, I can't stop this train. Like it's getting very, very heated. But,
oh man, you know what else was good? Everything is Fine.
Heard of that.
You want a trippy thing to check out?
I heard of that.
Check out Everything is Fine.
I think I saw an ad for that. It was like something about the bear heads or something like that, and it's like has some kind of secrets and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I need a list.
Second Life Ranker. I like that one. It's also
I started it and then I didn't watch it because it felt like 2 other things that I was reading, so I just wasn't as interested at the time.
I hear you.
Yeah, there's a master list, man. Weak Hero is pretty good. Said muted earlier.
If you like protagonists like Aaron, you will like Unordinary, because the protagonist on there, he start crap every day. Like he don't care about nobody. Like
I love a chaotic protagonist. I love a chaotic protagonist.
But him, Unordinary, it reminds you a little bit of My Hero, but if Deku was just like, I'm gonna pretend to be weak so y'all niggas would leave me alone.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
But I'm low key, like,
it's on my subscriptions already.
Okay. I've subscribed.
I dropped it because he was getting on my nerves a little bit. I was like, okay, John, get it together.
Oh, and Pokemon fans, Lil Char in the Game. There's one called Lil Char in the Game. It's a parody Pokemon series, and it's really good. Like they're like the Pokemon are like actual, I guess, humanoid or whatever, and it's just a Pokemon thing or whatever. And Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur are best friends, and
Oh,
you follow. Yeah, it's more like
This-
I like
This
that
art,
group.
this art is adorable.
I love
Yeah.
that group.
This art is adorable. Oh, look at the Articuno. Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's really good actually. And then they have like it's fun, it's cute, I guess. But then they have like some moments where you just like your heart breaks a little bit because you start to find out about their family members, and because they're all of their parent, father daughter or mother daughter son thing relationship is different. And when you find out the dynamic of their families and stuff like that, you have a couple of tearjerkers and heartbreaks in there. So
There was another series. I forgot the name of it, but it was kind of like Netflix U. Like it was. It's like the
Was it their other series, the writer's other series? Because they got a couple of series that's fairly popular.
like it's like the boyfriend was like a serial killer and he's very obsessed with his girlfriend kind of thing, and the main and
Sounds
On
like
good.
Tappy Tunes or on Webtoon?
webtoons.
That sounds familiar. That sounds.
I
really
started it.
familiar.
I haven't finished it, but it's
What's it
really
called?
popular. I forgot what it was called. But
Sounds-
I keep seeing it in the front cover though.
I do. You said it's
Wait.
on Webtoon or is it on TappyToon?
Webtoons.
It's a Webtoon.
That
Can I
just
just
sounds like so many things.
right? No, literally, I'm like, I really
It's a thriller genre.
That helps. Oh man, I was supposed to start reading Midnight Poppy Land.
Man, read it now. It's so good. Oh my freaking god! I love Mafia Men, and the Midnight Poppy Land is just
Midnight Poppyland. See it already.
so good. Talk about amazing character design, man. Like every new chapter, I'm just like, they haven't been any new chapters lately. I think the creators on hiatus, but
I read the first
Yeah.
chapter.
so good.
Man.
If y'all need some little drama, some romance, I'm your girl. Cause I read so many of them, cause
And do y'all read
Yeah, I
Sweet
started I
Home?
Love You too. I don't like Sweet Home. Not anything like bad with it. It's just not my It's not
I
my speed.
started it, but I haven't finished it. And like I know there's a Netflix live action adaptation for it, but it's completely different from the live action though.
Yeah, when they as soon as I finished watching the Netflix show, I started reading it, and I was like, oh, okay. And like they have that like music adapted into the thing, so if you like turn your volume up, the music is there while you're reading the story, and that shit is creepy.
oh yeah. I love
I'm
when
supposed
webtoons
to
do
read
that.
I'm supposed to read Shotgun Boy and then give Sweet Home a chance again, is what I was told.
I like Bastard. That was a good one.
Oh yeah, Bastard! You
The-
told
the-
me about that
the
one.
pr-
I was wondering
It
why
was
that
the
was on my
same author as Sweet Home, but this
Sweet
was the
Home,
earlier
yeah.
work.
Yeah, someone told me check out Shotgun Boy, check out Bastard, and then give Sweet Home a chance again. And I was like, it's just I don't like
And
that
these are on Webtoon?
dynamic. Yeah, these are all on Webtoon.
Webtoon.
Okay, cool.
I
If
was
you just
wondering why
remember
Bastard was on
one-
my thing.
If you just
I was
watch
like,
one, they're all the same. Those three are the same writer, illustrator.
Oh, I will say, Kendall, if you need like a little intro into comics, I would say read the Batman Wayne Family Adventures.
Yeah,
on
I was gonna
Webtoon.
say it. I just had it open. I was gonna
I
suggest
was
it
just
just
gonna
now.
ask if anyone's
And-
reading it.
I
'cause it's
tried
really
to I actually
cute.
tried to apply to be on one of the characters and I didn't get casted. That was before I
Really?
even had equipment or anything. I was just like, I'm gonna shoot my shot with it. Why not? But we're gonna shoot some more shots through the middle of the year and see if we don't bite any fishes with this voice acting
Hey.
thing.
Do it, man.
luck, man.
Like you never know.
Ooh,
I know.
Do you-
I might have supposed to start Hardcore Leveling Warrior. I heard good things about that one too.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't want to read the second season. I don't know. It was this weird timing of when I like finally finished the first like season, and I was like, man, that was really satisfying. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I don't really want to know where you take the story after this, honestly. I think I watched like maybe like the first 2 episodes. I'm like, I know it's gonna get good, but if it was like the whole reset of like, oh, I gotta start the story over again kind of feeling.
I think
It's good though. I enjoyed it. He's
I
an
think
asshole.
y'all
Oh.
will like Humans. It's HUEMANS. So it's like
Humans.
that.
I think I've seen that. I think
And
I've.
yeah, basically your personality trait determines your skin color type thing. It's like, what if your personality's
Yeah.
trait determines your skin color? And it's basically to like show the stereotypes and things like that. So like,
Okay, black people.
yeah,
I see melanin is what I see,
it's a lot
and
of
I like that.
melanin. And yeah, but it's pretty good. It's like, and like the first couple of covers are like Hood Bible or something like that. So it's like, yeah, it's really good. I'll say that. It's a
The Holy Bible hood version.
yeah.
That's
I
funny.
can't.
It's definitely something interesting. I'll say.
Webtoons is adding a lot of like new stuff that looks interesting, like the way they're presenting it on their like page. It looks really nice. But I'm very concerned about this new age of K-pop boy bands being turned into supernatural heroes and the like solo leveling ripoff series. Like I'm very like, what are we
Right.
doing here?
It's the fact that solo leveling gained popularity, and then everyone had a version of solo leveling. It was
Yeah.
just like the dawn of isekai all over again. Where it was like, oh yeah, y'all like that one isekai? Here's every single isekai
Like-
that ever
I'll
existed.
take them all, bro.
Like two K-
Uh,
but it's like two K-pop groups have got like the BTS thing. I understand BTS, okay, whatever. But like another K-pop group, I'm just like, what is going on?
It's a formula, and their culture is very much so driven by that formula.
Oh yeah, because they're
especially
idols, and it's like very
entertainment-wise,
so it translates into that. I get them, I get it, but it's just like this is like it's the same story. It's the same
See
story.
that, and now you just reminded me inadvertently of the other series that I was like, how come it didn't get nominated for anything? Agrescu.
Oh yes. Okay, what I will say is this last season wasn't my favorite. I will say that. I love Agresco, it's my I love, but this season I was like, I don't know, it just wasn't like it wasn't giving for me. But I think because it had to tie up a lot of loose ends
Yeah,
from
there was- that's
unresolved
exactly what it was doing.
relationships. So of
Mhm.
course it had to be a little ugly, you know, presenting type thing. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But I love Agresco.
I think they do Aggressico and Scissor 7 because they're 15-minute episodes. They're shorter.
Yeah.
So I feel like they
Oh,
treat
is
those
that-
like
a little
short.
Is
different.
that what it
Yeah.
is?
Well, that explains why the house husband either
Well, I'm
too,
about to say,
because
how-
they're
I was about to say,
also it's also
Give them their own category. We can their own category.
that's too much.
Here's the shorter,
Too much.
whatever. I don't know. House Husband was my stuff, man. I done rewatched it. I rewatched it immediately afterwards. I was like, this was funny. This was
The comedy
well
was
done.
funny, but then it's
It
like the
was.
animation was just like the paper.
I needed that. I
Slideshow,
thought that was
though.
such a beautiful departure from everything that it washed the palette for me. It made me want to watch other animes again, because it was just like, yes, you don't have to force this animation style, and then please just don't give me CGI unnecessarily for stuff. Like that's why Keegan Asura was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have been. It
it's
absolutely
so
should
good.
not have been.
It's such a good.
If you were
manga.
to read, if you were to read
Yeah.
Household Husband, there's so many like picture meme in the entire every chapter. There's always like a meme category.
But I'm excited. Scissor 7 is about to get a movie as well.
Really?
I did
all my
not know
stuff is
that.
eaten. Everything that I love is eaten.
See, I watched and I dropped it, but I when I was watching them, this is something different. I like the
I need to watch
animation.
season
It was
3. I didn't
cool.
even know there was a third season.
Bro, so season 3, and then the last episode leaves on a hit cliffhanger, and you're like, and it's like a bad cliffhanger on purpose. It's like, we're about to fight, punt, and halfway through the punch, the episode ends. And you're like, okay, that's fucking dumb. And then the credits go, and you know how most of the time Netflix will just give you a thing. It doesn't do it. And then there's an end credit, and he goes, oh, you didn't think we were going to end like that? Oh, yeah, we got a movie coming, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, okay. Because Season 7 is supposed to be a comedy and all that other stuff. So it was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, I know damn well they didn't end with like halfway a punch connecting, and it just abruptly ended. I was looking at my internet. I was like, no fucking way. What happened?
Another series with really good dub casting for the actors in the series.
Yes.
Really enjoyed the dub cast for Scissor 7.
Yeah, it's JB, what's the show that you were telling me about to watch? It's a corner store. The Asian guy corner store.
Oh,
Oh,
Kim's,
Hellbound.
Hellbound.
No, not Hellbound.
Not
Is it
Hellbound?
Kim's Convenience?
Convenient.
Kim
Yeah,
Convenience.
Kim's Convenience
Okay,
Store
okay,
with the
okay.
guy from Shang-Chi.
yeah. The
Right.
main character is the main voice on Scissor 7.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So he's the main voice on Scissor 7. I've been watching Kim Convenience, by the way.
Nice.
I've been liking it.
I need
So-
to
Love
pick
that
up.
show.
I need to pick up all my Korean. There's a list on my TV. I really need to
There
go
are
check
so
them out.
many new K-dramas being dropped this month. I'm very excited. A lot of like K-drama movies, and I'm like, ooh, I like a little romance movie. I've never seen a
Just
K-drama movie.
give us more. I really appreciate the quality and effort that they put into in a period of time where Hollywood isn't doing the best job of giving me quality movies. Go ahead and just send those Korean films to our theaters, please.
Mhm.
So
like the one with like the bound one. It's called Lips and Lashes. I'm really excited about that one. That series. I'm like, oh, okay, this is different from the K-dramas I've watched.
Sounds real slave-like.
sounds
Well,
like some,
it's-
sounds like
it's-
S&M.
It's
Sounds-
kink.
this
It's
to me
kink. Like
definitely
he
sounds
asked,
real kinky.
it is. He literally asked her to be his master at work, and she's like, okay.
Oh damn.
Word.
Kinky. Okay.
Let me know when that comes out. I'll definitely watch that. I think. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. Anime wise, I'm not. It's probably not gonna win anything, but I'm super excited to see Blue Lock animated. I
It
am
is animated. No?
super-
It's on Netflix, right?
Is it out?
Yeah.
Blue Lock?
Yeah, it goes. It's episodic.
I thought it was April.
Do you mean
Blue
the
Lock is-
soccer one?
Yeah,
Or
Blue Lock.
the
Yeah.
The soccer is
I
it's
did
week to
not-
week.
oh, it's
I
out
did
now.
not see that announcement. I am tripping.
Blue Lock. Oh, that could be Blue Period though. Hold up.
Yeah, Blue Period.
Blue
Blue
Period's
Period is the
episode to
artist
episode.
one. I think
Yeah.
you mean Blue Period. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Blue
thought-
Lock isn't out yet.
I was about to say that's early.
But they've been
I don't
announcing
think
the Blue
They
Lock
didn't
anime
even
for
give
like a
any
good year or
promo.
two.
Yeah,
Well,
it got
they-
super traction towards the later half of last year.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just
Yeah.
opened like my search bar and it was like Comey Can't Communicate, Disastrous Life of K, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Arcane, Raising Dion. You don't know me, Netflix.
Oh man, I watched Raising Dion. Good luck.
Oh, I haven't watched the second season yet. I'm like hyped for it, and I've been hyped for it, but I'm just like, I need to pay attention to it. So it's like I can't just watch it haphazardly.
I am.
Raising Dion, you know what you're getting, I guess, when you watch it. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
I had to get over that because I'm thinking this isn't the best acted show and things like that. But I'm like, well,
I knew that from the first season. I'm
Yeah.
really invested in the lore of what Raising Dion is, however,
Hmm.
like I really do want to know like what's going on with Dad. What is this even like? Is this dimensional? Like what is really going on here?
And now there's
It's
another
definitely a good
character who
premise.
also has like, abilities. So it's like, okay, how does he play in all this? So, and like, of course, the little villain coming up, out of the shadows. I'm like, all right, let's see how these kids do
Yeah.
with these
Yeah.
powers.
I will say that I was not expecting her to really sing that song at the end, and I'll just leave it at because
Now I'm curious.
she sung "You're Gonna Love Me" at the end.
Like did she sing it or did she sang it?
Exactly. Exactly. That's
He
exactly.
said yes.
But it was funny because it was like, "You're gonna sing, you're gonna love me," and then she's rehearsing it, and when she's rehearsing it, you're like, "Oh, she's not great," but you're like, "Whatever." And then they actually made her sing it for the last episode. I was like, "All right." you can-
So
this is
Yikes.
not your calling. Let's just go.
Yikes.
Mhm. But it was cute. Let's just say that. I don't want to be that guy. That's mean, but it
What I
wasn't her calling.
what I can't wait to come out is Rising of the Shield Hero season 2, this spring.
I just need the series to continue writing the manga webtoon of wherever they're deciding to go with the series.
I think
I
they're
just need them
following.
to continue.
Yeah, they're following the manga's route. They're not going into the.
And that's what I mean.
light
I
novel
need the
route.
manga to continue writing itself so I can understand what's going on with that series. Because given the pacing of the first season and the pacing of the manga, we're not going to get a season 3 for like 5 years.
No, that's both. No, it's back to back. Well, it is. It's not back to back, but it got confirmed 2 more seasons after its first season like finished and stuff like that.
Again, I don't know who's reading it, but if you're reading it, then again, I don't really see. I guess you could go into the other thing.
The light novel.
So I'm there. I think I haven't read the light novel, but I was
I
told
have.
that there's a clear departure. Matter of fact, I think it was either you. I think it was you that told me that there's a departure at a certain point in the other world from where they went in the light novel.
Yeah, they
So
went
that's
in
what
a
I'm
different
saying,
direction and kind of like combine a few other arcs together in that sort of way to make it from the direction. Yeah, I'm not too
Yeah.
sure what's going on either with its
I haven't
direction.
seen. I haven't. I mean, I stopped again. I took a break from manga and webtoons for a minute. But they weren't releasing regularly the manga. So I don't know how that works out for them. Are they waiting for traction? Who knows? What I will say is Shield Hero will continue to be a fantastic series. This arc is going to be amazing. And if it's animated to the extent that I think it's going to be animated, it may be a sleeper contester for animation of the year or best animation for next year.
The trailer looked gorgeous. Like
The trailer does look beautiful.
they made the big like the enemy of this season, the big bad of this season's like it looks really good. Like you can't really tell if it's like well it's CG for sure, but it's
Yeah.
in a better quality of CG animation. It's quality for it.
Yeah, it's a good blended CGI, as I like to call it.
I haven't checked that one out.
Shield Hero? You haven't watched Shield Hero?
You haven't watched Shield Hero?
The manga. The manga.
Oh, okay.
The way you guys are talking about it, I'm like, I need to check that one out. God, y'all ready to crucify me?
I was like, wait,
That
what?
was-
That was a thing like in like 2019. Yeah.
I haven't finished it, but I watched a few episodes. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I watched. I was reading it. Ironically, I think actually, I'm gonna blame Sam. I think I picked it up right before it got announced for the anime, binged it, and then it was like, oh, now I don't want to watch the anime because I'm gonna just binge the anime now. That was like the beginning of a very dangerous pattern for me. Like, I'm just gonna wait for the whole season to finish now because I know exactly what I want to see. Little did I know I had already started doing that with One Piece anyway, so it didn't matter.
Congratulations to you, my man.
Last topic of the episode, the Nintendo Direct. It's pretty good stuff. I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, there's some of them that looks pretty good. The Kirby game was a little weird.
The memes I've been seeing of the Kirby.
We knew we was getting another Kirby game in some form or fashion. I don't like the February Nintendo Directs because it always feels like a rehashing of the summer announcements. The summer and the late fall announcements. It's just kind of like a retelling of those announcements. And
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
You said that already.
Yeah,
You said all of these things already.
Metroid Dread free updates. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe getting DLCs through 2023.
This is dope.
96 tracks.
Was not
like,
expecting
move.
that. Really was not expecting that.
Portal and Portal 2 to Switch. Okay, that's fine.
That was one of the things people were begging for when the Switch was announced. Like as far as like, oh, there's ability to bring in other games. I don't know. I just remember everyone was like, bring back Portal. You put the Portal because it was like, you know, they were talking about like, oh, other console games were coming to the Switch, and that was one of the games that everyone was going crazy about. I was like, I don't know what this game is, but okay.
And then the Kirby and the Forgotten Land, him eating a car. um, the vending machine, the filling up with water. It's interesting with mouthful mode.
I need to go watch that anime again. Kirby Right Back at You. That was actually pretty good.
Advance Wars 1-2 Reboot Camp, April. They have technically announced that already. Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes arrives in June. No Man's Sky, coming to Switch.
Interesting.
Mario Strikers, Battle League, June 10th.
They mean that they weren't going to give us another true Mario game anytime soon, but I'm happy to see all of the like the other sub games that we really like getting stuff.
I mean,
you're getting more racetracks in Mario Kart.
Again, I'm glad all of the other things are getting. I like tennis. I like them all. I'm just saying, they said y'all got Odyssey. Sit on that for a couple of years is what they said.
Legit.
Wii Sports sequel.
That I'm actually excited for because I was very disappointed that it wasn't ported to console.
I like Delicious Course. Cuphead, the Delicious Course is coming with Metroid Dread. So if you get Metroid Dread, you get the DLC for Cuphead. And I'm gonna really just buy Metroid Dread just for DLC, I guess. Because I've never played Metroid Dread, but
I think you'll like it. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll buy it. But Cuphead is like, that's my guilty pleasure.
It is coming out with a show, Netflix. It's
Yep.
And it's under the kids category. So I was like,
It
oh,
is
okay.
very popular with the kids.
Yeah, it's very
My godson
Okay.
loves it. I've never played it. I've watched
yeah.
clips of it. Like
Same.
it looks very fun, but it doesn't look like a game that I want to sit and intentionally struggle with. But I probably will check it out one day.
I might stream it again. It's just, it's fun to just be like, I like games that I can't beat. Like if I can beat it too fast, I don't really care for that. I like a challenge.
And last but not least, Splatoon 3.
The game, the
Really?
franchise game that everyone's been waiting for.
Does anyone actually play Splatoon? Like, I genuinely want to know because I would like to get into it if it's good.
My
played
best friend
online.
loves it. I can point you to him. He really liked both 1 and 2.
Yeah. I played the story mode. So the story mode has like some mechanics that's kind of frustrating when you're trying to like get across to certain platforms and things like that. But like just playing online is really, really fun. It's pretty much a territory type thing. You're painting as much of the town and killing each other, and then they'll kill you and try to paint the rest of the town. And then at the end of it, whoever has the most paint, you know what I'm saying, is whatever. So
It's a battle royale kind of game. Yeah.
yeah,
I got you.
I do a lot of territory things. I beat the game like once, but I never went back to beat it again because it was super frustrating with some of the stuff where it was like you're right there and you don't make the like ledge or something like that. But they have a mechanic where he'll automatically grab the ledge. You know what I'm saying? So you get there and you're like, why didn't you grab it? And you fall to your death. Like stuff like that frustrates me. It's like
Fall Guy.
Weren't we supposed to get a Digimon game this year? Or am I tripping?
They keep pushing it. They keep
I
pushing
am
it
on
every
that
year.
push.
They keep
would
pushing it.
Survive, right? That's what it is.
Survive. Yeah, they keep pushing it every year.
It says initial release date 2022. I'm ready for another Digimon game.
Same.
Quite honestly.
I've never played a Digimon game.
Pick up Cyber
I would
Sleuths
love
and
to.
play it. Pick up Cyber Sleuths and check it out.
It's on sale, I
Okay.
think. Cyber
Yeah, I was
Sleuth.
about to say, I think it's on sale. The bundle and the game, the baseline game, are both on sale. If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
And,
But yeah, I'm ready for another Digimon game.
Xenoblade 3. I know Xenoblade is a very popular series. Was it too soon to bring out number 3, actually? How long has it been?
No. It's been longer than it feels like it's been.
Hmm.
I like it genuinely, if I'm not mistaken, that's not another series that I'm fond of but not playing.
Gotcha.
What I do remember the hype of Xenoblade 2, and based off of when that was, 2017.
Oh
I was
wow.
like, I remember that was like shortly after I started my first main job, so I knew it was like post 2015. So it's been a while. It's been 5 years.
Damn.
Dang.
December 1st, 2017 release.
Yeah, that's it. That was all of within the 40 minutes of the Nintendo Direct of 2022.
Not much, but still,
Something.
I'm really excited about Mario Kart. Like 48 new courses, dude. What?
It's a whole nother game, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That is still
Okay,
something we
another
need to
game.
kind of play as a group on the show to all rival
I
against
feel like
each
the
other.
last time I played any game with you guys, Steve was beating everybody up.
What game was that?
Wasn't it Mario Kart that we did the game night for?
I don't think we played Mario Kart together.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not us.
Not
What
us.
was-
I remember the last
What?
game we did was Among Us. Well,
Among
when I
Us.
was here.
Nah, this is a
Yeah, it
while
was
back.
Among
I could've
Us.
swore we played Mario
about-
Kart.
We've done Uno here. We've done Among Us here.
I mean, I want to play Mario Kart. That would be a lot of fun.
Get down.
I would become.
I mean, we all have a Switch, right?
I don't have a Switch.
Oh.
I've been debating on investing one, but whenever I have the money for it, it's sold out. So I'm like, I guess this is God telling me I don't need
Oh
one right
man, the
now.
OLED's been in stock like steadily for like a month now.
I know, but I don't have the money for it.
It's like-
Whenever I have the money
also-
for it, it's like it's
Also,
never
don't have
available.
the money for it. I've been like, at one point, I was like, oh man, I finally have the money, and it came out, and then PS5 came out, and then there was a camera that I was looking at that came out, and then a bill hit me, and I was like, oh.
Literally.
I got really lucky. Like we got like 240, 260 for my old Switch, and then I still had like an old GameStop gift card. Pretty much just paid for itself.
I should have done that. Like, I knew better, and I knew, given what happened with Xbox and PlayStation, that it was bound to happen with the Switch. But I was so hopeful that by Christmas we was gonna see Switches again.
Nah.
Played myself for a whole year.
And that was
Played
me.
myself for a whole year, bruh.
I went straight to a pawn shop and I was like, y'all got a Switch? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, hey.
I know that's right.
I didn't have
Everybody
any
got them
problems.
now.
I walked straight in there. They was like, I was like,
By
yeah.
any means.
They was all like, yeah, we got one. And I was all like, I'll take it. They
I
was
feel
all
like all the games that I've played on the Switch, I have not even finished. I know I bought Monster Hunter, played that for a good couple weeks.
Rise?
Rise.
I downloaded it, didn't even go through the first entrance sequence of anything. I just told my cousin that's terrible and horrible.
I played Hades, but I have not beat it yet.
Oh, I've been wanting to play that game so
fun?
bad.
It's challenging. It's very
It
challenging.
looks. I think is it for PC now?
It's for everything. Yeah, it's
on
for
everything.
now.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play that game. It looks
Keeping the
fun.
Steam shop for it.
And then I downloaded Master Duel, but I have not once finished the entire solo tutorial stuff, and I haven't played
Yeah.
online either.
I haven't done anything yet.
I've enjoyed it, and what I will say is, it's not a gacha, but it's Konami being Konami.
Yes,
If you're familiar with Konami being Konami,
I do.
you know exactly what I mean. It starts off very generous. It definitely is. Like, if you
That's
take
how
your
they
time,
get you.
it feels like it's a thing. And I've built out maybe 3 decks now. And I'm like, I get the logic in this, but you're not. It's weird to play a game where the higher you get in your level, you get less rewards.
Mm-hmm.
That will never make sense to me. Like, you're getting the key thing that you need, gems, you're getting less of as you progress. It makes 0 sense to me. Even in your ranking, even in your rankings, you get less over time. And I'm like, whose logic? Why does this make sense to anybody?
Microtransaction. They want you to spend.
They do. But it's the dueling network that they stole from us that we never got back. So
I also bought Mario Party Superstar because of Ray, and we still have not played it as a group.
I
Yeah,
will download
same.
it if you guys play it. I will download Mario Party Superstars.
I hear it's very fun.
Mario
But
Party
Ray's
was
very
definitely
busy
fun.
now.
Womp, womp, womp.
But yeah, I feel like if we're gonna do a game night again, it's gonna have to be Mario Kart, Mario Party, um, something for a big group, actually.
There's this game. It's called in Unfortunate Spaceman. It's like a Among Us type, but it's a first person shooter, and you get to like shoot zombies and stuff like that. So it's I've been
Say
looking.
less.
Yeah, it
Is it like a side scroller-ish kind of setup?
I don't know. It's like it's on Steam, so I can say, but it's like
I
it's
feel
like
like I watched someone stream it. Is what it is.
for at least he's played
Not
it
sure.
before. I've watched him play, and I'm like, this is kind of fun. It's like a lot of like chaos, but like you get to shoot aliens and each other because I think one of you is an alien pretending to be a human.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's crazy.
I know one. Is that the one?
Oh, I think I
the-
know what you're talking about. It's like there's one or two traders within the group, and then all have to do these tasks like cross.
It's
this
a different
bridge.
one.
It's a different one.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like it's kind of like a fancy like hotel thing, I think, right?
Mhm.
Where it's like
there's
that
different
one.
stages.
This one is like it's a they're spacemen and there's an alien pretending to be a spaceman, and but so you can kind of go back and forth between being an alien and a human, and you get to see people, and that's where like, the alien thing comes in. People can shoot you when if they suspect you.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about that fake Left 4 Dead. Like it's like a Left 4 Dead space one that came out recently too.
It's a lot of Among Us spinoffs games out. Like some of them look cool, and others I'm like, this looks so good.
But then with Among Us, it's a lot easier and like less to fully through, and a lot more talking in person and arguing with each other.
But with a first person shooter Among Us, sign me up. Like, yes.
Yeah.
First of all, we're not discussing this. I don't trust you.
right. Like you're gone.
It's usually the accusers, the real, it's the real alien.
I have the game downloaded. I have yet to even use it. Cause I'm like, I'm not gonna play it unless I play with a huge group. Like I refuse to play it alone.
We'll pick a day.
so-
We'll
I'm so
we'll definitely have to pick a day to do it.
I'm so skeptical of buying games myself now. I feel like I buy too much things and then not play it. So I haven't tried RCS out yet because I'm just like, am I really gonna play this? Am I gonna make time to play RCS? Probably.
You
not.
start it, you'll get hooked.
I just don't feel like it's worth $60. No matter how good everyone talks about it, I just don't feel like it's worth me paying $60.
It's so I'll say that I'm a Pokemon bias or whatever. So I
Mhm.
bought all the other Pokemons, and I feel like this one was actually worth the $60. Where the
Alright.
other ones kind of didn't feel like they were worth it, but I'm a Pokemon fan, so I'm gonna buy them anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
I know I'm gonna play it eventually, kind of thing. It's just like, do I want to play it right now? I guess.
Yeah.
even bought
And I
Pokemon
guess it
Snap.
also kind of depends on what do you care about the most when you play Pokemon. Like for me, I've been waiting for a game where it's just like mainly about catching them all, like actually just catching them all, and that's it. And it's like really cool to like explore, and like yeah, you do get to battle people here and there, but it's like it's mainly about exploring this open world and actually catching every single Pokemon. Like that's why I love it, you know. And I love Sword too, but I love this like so much more. It's more for me.
See, you know, skip the whole game in between, like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl ain't come out.
I didn't play. I didn't play.
It's
any
okay.
one of
You
those.
don't need to play those games. It's fine.
No, they're the same. They're literally the same. Like I buy them because
It's not even what we typically get from remakes. It's a carbon copy. Even the glitches are in the game.
He's not lying. I literally I know that it's only $60, and I'm like, I mean, it's gonna be $60, and it's gonna be the same exact game that I played on Game Boy Advance, and I don't care. I buy it anyway. I bought Pokemon Snap. I knew that I was gonna play Pokemon Snap for an hour and a half, and I played it, and I was like, oh.
That's why I didn't buy it, because I knew I was gonna do the same thing, be obsessed for like 2 hours, and then never look at it again.
Yep. But Pokemon, I'll be real. This new one, I'll say that one was worth $60. That one was.
I mean, there's so many like clips of people like funny like moments of alpha Pokemon, run-ins and stuff like that. That's Snorlax.
Bro, the fact that
He hyper beams your face.
if you're one of those people that just used to be running through Pokemon and you think that you're gonna run through this one, good luck.
Definitely not trying to do that. Like I said, when they announced it, and I was like, oh look, it's Skyrim Pokemon. It's really a RPG Pokemon game. I was so hyped for it, and then it released, and I was like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, no.
I think we can wrap it up here, guys. Can you, Kendall, Steve, can you guys your plugs, please?
Oh yeah, you can follow me at ScubaSteve1428 on all social media. Follow the Blerd Mind Pod on Twitter, and it has a link tree that can lead you to all 9 of us who have Twitches and YouTubes and their profiles as well. But yeah, you can do that, and then that can lead you to everybody. But yeah.
Kendall.
Yes. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Quirk Chat, and TikTok. Yes, I believe they're all the same handle at Kendall KNDALLX Anime. And then you can follow my other pages from there. Follow the Conquer Movement, follow my voice acting page as I try to figure that out. And yeah.
Slicey.
Yeah, guys, follow me on Twitch, Spice Lady Gaming. We're almost at 200 followers. And we have 3 subs. If we get 10 subs, we're going to have a watch movie night where we make fun of Dragon Ball Evolution. You know, that's
No, why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing that to yourself?
But we're making fun of it. You know, it's fun that way. You know,
The
like
worst movie
as an
ever
adult,
made.
we can make fun of it and laugh about it. So, you know, that'll be a fun little thing to do. Follow me on Twitter, Spice Lady ENT. Follow me on Instagram, Spice Lady Entertainment. What else, man? And if you go on Twitter, my Twitter, I have a link tree with everything else that I'm up to. YouTube, all that fun stuff. So.
James.
Yeah, you guys can follow me, follow everything I have all over at carefulforspoilers.com. Find links to the Patreon, all of our articles. We just put up all of the nominees for the Oscars, all of the winners for the Crunchyroll Awards are also on the website over there. Check out Steve's articles on the website. We got some other stuff that we're working on. The merch store, the link actually works now. I've been working with Teespring trying to get this shit fixed for a while now, so it's finally working. So check out the merch store. Got some t-shirts, got some hoodies over there. But check out Villains tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about Peacemaker episode 7 and a bunch of other news, so see you there.
Guys, thank you guys for listening to watching. Remember to follow the Anime Lately channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet, follow our Twitch, follow our other social media platforms, follow all of our wonderful guests and our teammates, our brothers onto it, and it's just all down there in the description down below. We'll be back for Shonen Ronin on a Sunday. Hopefully most of us can make it. We can all make it. Hopefully, because a lot of good stuff that came out today, and I can't wait to talk about it for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for watching again. Thank you guys for listening. I am Sam the Mega Man, and you've been listening to the Anime Lately podcast. Peace.